The news is the most important thing in the entire world. Many have considered the news to be the modern world's Jesus Christ, and newscasters, the gods of
It's true.
the gods who birthed Jesus themselves by creating the news. The news. We love you.
That's right, it's the news. I want to thank our close personal friend Nick Mullen of Cumtown. Well, the erstwhile Cumstown. That's when you have more than one cum in a town. Now, of course,
full of cummers.
Now, of course, the Adam Friedland Show, and we wish them all the best with their new endeavors. Now, having dropped one of three members of the cast, but 78% by weight. R.I.P. Stavros Halkias. I think we gotta get into one thing really quick before the ice melts. So let's...
Scott, how much does a polar bear weigh?
How much does a polar bear
Enough
weigh?
to break the ice.
Oh, boy, it's one of those episodes. So let's drink all the melted ice in the glasses that we got 3 seconds ago, because it's one of those hot days. Is
refreshing.
Is it too much to ask that today is the last hot day recording?
I think it's supposed to rain starting tomorrow, but then I think it's supposed to get hot again next week. It's going to rain every day except for whatever day we record next week.
Cool.
And then, yeah. So I mentioned this on the pod.
This has come up
several times, how when I was a teenager, my friends and I used to drink this thing known as Jamaican-style ginger beer.
Yeah.
Which is like a regular ginger beer, but it's got like a spicy kick to it.
Stronger, yeah. It's got some real ginger to it.
I don't think that it'll... Is there anything in the ingredients?
Ginger?
Nope. Sodium water, sugar.
Sodium water is salt water.
Yep.
So these the secret is it's made with ocean water.
Yep. Natural flavors, citric acid, caramel color, and gum asabic.
Great.
So I don't know the last time I saw this was. Maybe the year 2006 or 7.
Good years.
I guess they just decided...
Bush administration.
I guess they decided it wasn't a popular item.
Is this a Bush administration drink?
Could be.
Nice.
Are we getting a third round?
Third round, baby.
Oh, he's not allowed to, though.
Jeb! Exclamation
Oh,
mark.
yeah, my boy. Yeb. And his Mexican wife. How can you be an immigrant and marry a Republican?
I would shorten that question.
Love finds a
How
way.
can you be an immigrant?
You know what? Stay in your lane. And by lane, I mean country. So, I happened to see it yesterday. It is President's Choice brand, which is local jokes. Get your local work. President's Choice is the
store brand of several
store brand
chains.
of one of the major chains in Canada.
Yeah.
Which
president? George W. Bush?
It's exactly.
Is it George W.'s choice? Good carbonation.
I don't know how it's going to taste. Because I feel like I've forgotten how it tastes.
You do know that it's room temperature, and this ice is going to have a lot of heavy lifting to do.
Yeah. It sat on top of my fridge.
Because it didn't fit.
For 2 days.
Good.
Okay, I'm going to pour. I have to put the microphone down to pour.
Okay.
Fill in the gap.
I'll walk us through it. Drew is, dare I say, gingerly pouring the beverage.
You nailed it. P.S. I'm filling the glass.
Sure, why not?
I'm a whole fucking glass.
Yeah, let's pound these bitches. Unless it's too spicy, I'll have to throw it away.
Maybe. You like spice?
I do like spice.
It's like a rum. It's like a spiced rum. This is Captain Morgan but soda.
I don't think that's accurate. Okay,
So
let's...
It almost immediately melted the majority of the ice.
Oh my god.
Because it is so hot. Oh, you did a fast pour.
I don't fuck around. I don't have time. I don't have time to dilly-dally on...
What's the bouquet? Why does mine look yellower than yours? Should we have shaken... Oh, no, I guess.
I think it's just the lighting, but yeah. What do we got? It smells good. Yeah, that's nice.
It's not the same.
Too spicy. Have to go to the hospital.
Do you shit your pants again?
Shit my pants. Also,
Weed and Jamaican ginger beer?
I was vaping while I was drinking. Have you still got the vape pen?
Yeah.
Or have you used it?
There's
All.
some left. Oh no, it is. That second sip.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. You get that burn.
Yeah, it's got some ginger whoop to it.
Yeah.
It's nice. Yeah, it's like a spicy ginger ale.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't believe we drank like liters and liters and liters of that as kids. That
Quarts and quarts and quarts for our American listeners.
this Pepsi Blue, and then a also made by President's Choice Pamplemousse soda, which is French for grapefruit.
So 2/3 of your drinking routine was store brand.
Was store brand.
Love it.
Yeah.
You're a man of the people. You're working class. I would call you the Bruce Springsteen of soda drinkers.
Thank you. I'm the soda boss,
Not the cake boss,
not the cake boss.
Buddy
Cake boss
Valestro.
Matthews.
Yeah, Buddy Matthews.
I don't. Hot take.
Hot take.
I don't think adult Drew likes this. I don't think I like it.
You've gone sour on it.
Yeah.
Too spicy.
Yeah, a little bit too spicy.
Yeah, I thought we'd find our way there. I thought we'd find our way to Drew's being a pussy corner.
I mean, I didn't shit my pants while drinking it, so
Look.
2 out of 3 episodes, the last you shit your pants unexpectedly. You're a pants shitter.
God damn it! I'm gonna need.
Here's the cap for you.
I'm gonna need a new pair of pants. Yeah, now.
Put on another pair of pants.
I'm wearing a pair of pants.
I don't know. I said put on another pair of pants.
Put a pair of pants on. Put another pair of pants on. Yeah, I like it.
Well, guess what?
You don't.
You just inherited the rest of a 2-liter Jamaican-style ginger beer.
What's the street value of that? About $1? $1 full.
$1 Canadian dollar.
So
full.
now, I don't know, 80 cents?
80 cents. Congratulations.
Excellent.
My lips are burning.
Yeah, there's a little... Yeah,
Yeah.
you're feeling on the lips.
Yeah. See, now this is what I expected the Mountain Dew to taste like.
Which is not at all.
No, but that's what I expected it to be like. That you would taste it and then it would be like, ooh, this is way too burny.
Yeah, no, the Mountain Dew is lime Mountain Dew with
Which is
a touch of something at the end sometimes. Not even on every set.
No, yeah.
They just sprinkle it in when they think they can catch you off guard. Should we get into some news? What do you think?
Yeah, I guess we should do the podcast that we're on.
Do the podcast?
I'm Drew. That's Scott. At Sarian Softpaws on most things.
At Not Scott Henson on just Twitter. What's my letterbox? Is it also Not Scott Henson? Was I at least consistent there? Let's find out together.
Go to Litterbox
Not Scott Henson. Those are the two places
and
to get
find
me.
out that Scott only follows me
And Adam.
and Adam.
2 for 2.
So all of his news feed is just the movies I've watched recently.
Yep. 4 stars on a rewatch for Enemy at the Gates.
It's pretty fucking good. It's pretty fucking good.
Did you?
I like Khrushchev is played by Bob Hoskins, which is awesome.
From Mario to Khrushchev.
Yep.
But he can. Oh no, I've already refuted my own thesis. I was gonna say you can only play Axis powers, and then I remembered that Russia were the good guys in World War II.
They were.
And
Technically.
still
No.
are. No?
There's no good guys now.
I heard they're getting all the Nazis out of the Ukraine.
Norway's the good guys. Everyone else are bad guys.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah. Because they're the right color.
Sure, they seem to have
Red, blue, and white.
They are. Who's your favorite red, white, and blue? Norway.
Norway.
All the way. Norway, then Netherlands,
Sure.
then New Zealand.
Yep.
I'm just trying to think of a bunch I can say before France and America.
Luxembourg.
I believe Luxembourg. Depending on your broad definition of red, white, and blue, Nepal.
Yep.
Yeah.
Slovenia and Slovakia.
Croatia.
Croatia.
Yeah. Russia, obviously.
Of course, yes.
Goes without saying.
Czechia. No longer Czech Republic. Czechia.
Oh, we can't even call it that
Nope.
anymore?
They are no longer Czechs or republics. They're Chechias. They're Chechians. Oh my god, they're Chechians.
That's too close to Chechnya.
Well, maybe they are. Maybe
Luckily,
they're
Chechnya
in
is
bed
not a real
together.
country.
That's true.
It's just some bullshit in the Caucasus.
Muslims in the Caucasus.
A Muslim white man who's really good at mixed martial arts. That's the vibe.
Who's completely unstoppable at mixed martial arts.
Yeah. I like your... You know what? I like your review of Windy City Heat that we just watched the other day.
Yep.
Because
And-
it actually leads us
Segue.
to item 1 of the news. 4 out of 5 stars from you for Windy City Heat. An excellent under-the-radar movie. If people haven't seen it, go see it. I don't know. I'm
In theaters.
And go see it in theaters. I'm sure it's streaming on all the big platforms. Go download Windy City Heat illegally because it's if you don't mind being kind of mean to a clearly schizophrenic guy, it's a pretty great movie. And also, he kind of like the guy kind of deserves it sometimes.
A little bit.
I mean, I was feeling bad until he said some real homophobic shit. I'm like, okay, you deserve some of this.
Yeah.
Your review, very ironic that Dane Cook would play Roman Polanski. It is, Drew, and why is that? Is it because 50-year-old Dane Cook, once and future #1 comedian in America, has become engaged to longtime love Kelsey Taylor, age 23, which begs the question, Drew, how long time a love is she? If she's 23 now?
Well, what's your definition of long time?
Well, I love you long time.
Yeah, but what's long?
8
8 inches? Or is that just average?
If 8 inches is average, I am so screwed. Absolutely no hope.
No hope. Well, I believe there's information on how long they've been together.
There is some information. Kelsey Taylor's very cool and responsible parents, I believe, just like dropped her off in Hollywood at age 13 and said, "Go fuck your way to the top."
Yeah,
and she took that to heart. Mere 2 years later, at age 15, she met. So 8 years ago, so 2014. So Dane Cook still sucked when they met. Well, I mean, Dane Cook always sucked, but Dane Cook was not popular even when they met.
What was his peak? 2011?
2007?
No, I think he was still doing like
He did not.
somewhat bigger, like maybe not arena shows.
There's no way. He might have still been popular in 2011. He did not peak in 2011
Yeah, that's fair.
by any means.
When was the Vicious Circle?
When was the Vicious Circle?
Because that was during the prime.
I'm putting that 2008. Your thoughts?
2007,
Over,
I
under.
think maybe under. I think under.
Dane Cook, Viscous Circle, 2006 film. Really?
Go to my Litterboxd
I insist
and
that I
look
do.
that up, and then read the review for it.
Oh, this is fun. This might be a Dane Cook podcast. Activity from friend. Oh, I see a 1/2 out of 5. I don't think I ever watched or listened to this. I think because he had his first 2 albums were what? Harmful If Swallowed
yeah.
and Retaliation.
Yeah.
Those I listened to.
Yeah, me too.
And I will cop to as a young man of, let's see, 4 years old in 2005. I liked them.
Yeah,
I thought they were funny. I mean, he
wasn't as hacky back
he
then.
swindled all of us.
Yeah.
We all fell under the spell of Dane Cook. I'm not unlike poor Kelsey Taylor.
Yes.
So reviewed by Sarian Soft Paws and a Letterboxd Pro user.
I am.
Pardon me. I didn't know I was in the presence of royalty.
Royalty, correct. I'm the Duke of Letterboxd.
Dane Cook, Vicious Circle, 2006. I am shocked it's 2006. I would have said his second album was 2006.
No, you're wrong.
I guess they were, but I guess he did them all pretty quickly. The first two would be 04, 05, 03, 05. 1/2 out of 5, which if we're expanding our fractions to integers in the numerator and denominator, 1 out of 10. I got this as a birthday present from one of my best friends because, quote, he knew how much I loved comedy, end quote. Fuck him.
Darren Michael Domingo.
If you're Double D, if you're listening, DMD. Oh, is he a dentist? He could have been DMD if he got his shit together.
Correct. Instead, he's a high school teacher.
Fucking loser. Well, maybe he's fucking.
Who smokes a bunch of pot?
Maybe he's Dane cooking his way through the grade 11 class.
I hope so. I think he teaches grade 10.
Perfect. Guess what grade Kelsey Taylor was in when she met Dane Cook.
Right in the wheelhouse.
I love it.
Yeah.
Well, good for him.
What a birthday present. Although, not to get sidetracked, but one very funny birthday present that we gave to our friend Russell was...
of Russell Athletics?
Of Russell Athletics, yeah. We went to his house. We went to his house, forgot it was the reason we were going to his house was for his birthday.
Tell me you gave him something from his house.
Oh, that would be pretty good. No, we told him we were going to get alcohol, even though we were too young to get alcohol.
Perfect. We're going to go find a homeless man to pay to buy us alcohol.
Well, luckily, where I grew up in Coquitlam, you could just go to the liquor store, stand outside, and somebody would buy you alcohol.
Yeah.
Just like a regular, non-creep, non-weirdo, and you would just say... will you please just buy us a little bit of alcohol, and they would go buy you alcohol, like a mom, like a dad, just like a random person going in the liquor store. So we walked up to the village where the liquor store was, and we went to the Shoppers Drug Mart, and we got him a $4 DVD copy of the original Kings of Comedy.
Hey, you could do worse.
We then made him open it. And made everybody at the party watch it.
Good. I mean, there's good stuff on it.
2 of the 4.
Yeah, you got Bernie.
Yeah,
it's really funny because Bernie main events it, right?
Yes.
Even though
he's not the most popular.
He's the least famous of the 4 at that time.
But none of the other ones wanted to headline.
None could touch him.
They didn't want to wait to be on. That's the thing.
I don't think it was waiting to be on. I think it was following Bernie Mac, and no one could do
probably.
it.
Yeah.
Like, he's so much better than the rest.
He's the best black comedian.
He's the best black comedian of all time. And then, I mean, Steve Harvey has his moments.
Yeah, Steve could be funny.
Does he talk about doing war crimes in that one?
I think so.
If he just send me to Iraq, I'll kill everybody, women, children. I don't care.
Yep, I think so.
It's good stuff.
Yep. Then you got your Cedric the Entertainer, which I could do without, and
David Lawrence Hughley.
Dave Love Hughley.
Time to find out what the DL is. Oh, he's on the down low.
Down low, yeah.
He's a gay peep.
Dick Lovin' Hughley.
It's Dick Lovin' Hughley. What do we got? American actor. That's a bold description of him, Wikipedia. Daryl Lynn. I should have guessed Daryl, actually. Yeah. Daryl.
I like Dick Lovin' Hughley. That's way better.
He looks not... I guess people get older.
Yeah.
But he looks like he got older.
Whatever, he just kind of looks like old Kevin Hart.
He kind of does. And probably still better at comedy than current Kevin Hart.
Yeah. Well, don't say homophobic things that you immediately apologize for. And
13 years ago.
No, he did it right afterwards. Oh, sorry. You're saying you apologized 13 years afterwards.
Yeah, but no, yeah,
he said it.
He said the stuff years
and then
ago.
Apologized.
Yeah.
And then they were like, okay, you have to apologize again for it on the Oscars. No.
Fuck you.
I already did.
The only time I will ever be on Kevin Hart's side.
This is a real Johnny Depp situation. Kevin Hart versus the Oscars. I'm on Kevin Hart's side.
Now, Kevin Hart versus Johnny Depp.
Kevin Hart.
I haven't given you the scenario.
Don't care. Kevin Hart.
No matter what?
Kevin Hart is at least a little bit charming.
I forgot you like him because he's in movies with The Rock.
And also just like his own other thing. He's in other things. He was in Night School, which I didn't see. He was in Soul Plane.
Night School, which I believe was my first... Well, ended up being related to my first tweet. Because I made the tweet before it happened. Right. But I believe my first tweet was, I hope Kevin Hart and Tiffany Haddish make a movie together so I can hurry up and kill myself. And then, like, a few months later, Night School was announced.
Like, oh, hey, look. Here it is.
They've listened to the masses. Me.
The masses of a man who just got Twitter.
Mm-hmm. I actually had Twitter for 8 or 9 years. Like, I registered my Twitter account in 2009 or 10.
Mm-hmm. The same one you have.
The same one I have.
Yeah.
That's when I got Not Scott Henson. And I wanted it to be I Hate Scott Henson to match some other social media of mine, but it was one character too long.
Idiots.
I Hate Scott Henso.
Henso.
And right when I got it, I made the tweet, Twitter sucks, hashtag what the fuck is a hashtag? Because hashtag was new to the zeitgeist at that time. And I think that was the only tweet I made between 09 or 10 to, I think, 2018 when I started tweeting at the behest of the throngs of adoring Twitter followers. I finished my ginger beer, did you?
Do you want to finish mine?
No.
Why not?
Because you got it all monkeypoxed up.
I got it from you.
You got to... yeah. Well, now I'm cleared up. I don't want to get it back. I don't want to just be trading diseases back and forth like Keith Lee and Mia Yim.
Wow.
Esoteric joke.
Wow. You don't want open sores on your genitals and hands and feet?
No. I've got enough already. I've got enough without monkeypox.
You know
I don't want to throw that in the mix.
Spots on your bodies because you have a sickness for a gay person is definitely not going to come up later. Anyways,
can we do that? What's the best meme format? Probably the Drake, the Nah Man in the first picture, and then the A in the second picture. Spots on your body because you have monkeypox. Nah Man. Spots on your body because you're part snow leopard.
Yeah.
A.
Make it. Internet, make it.
Internet.
Somebody make that.
Do it.
I don't know. One of you.
Come on.
One of you cowards.
We'll wait.
Will we?
Yep.
Yeah, I'll wait.
We got all night.
I'll wait patiently.
You done it yet?
Where is it?
Now?
Meow?
Meow.
So yeah.
Yeah, Kelsey Taylor's parents brought her to Hollywood when she was 13. She met Dane Cook when she was 15. They were friends until she was 18, and then they started dating on her 18th or 15th birthday.
I like a good groomer. And even if he's even if he's a pock-faced fat fuck like Dane Cook.
Yeah, who
you get off drugs and your just head gets enormous apparently.
What was someone stole all his money?
His brother.
Who
he's actively sent to prison.
Nice.
And so his brother is in prison.
And then there was a similar something with Nick Cage.
That was his agent.
Agent, something.
Agent.
Yeah. Good stuff.
Happens a lot. There was also Drew's my professional hockey league corner.
Oh.
There's also a hockey player whose dad or mom was his business manager.
Always
and,
a good idea.
Dad or mom
Jamie Spears
stole all of his money.
Nice.
Yeah. So he literally he had played in the league for I don't know, like 12 years and had no money.
Wow.
No money to show for it.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I like that.
That would be Jack Johnson. Jack Johnson.
The mid-2000s singer-songwriter?
Yeah, although I think he's still a things guy.
Jack Johnson of
Banana Pancakes is the only song I know.
Gone Going.
Okay.
Possibly a collab with Handsome Boy Modeling School, which is why I know it. Let's
That's where you used to reside from.
That is where I used to be billed from. And I'm still from there. I'm just not billed from there anymore. I never left.
That's true.
The Handsome Boy Modeling School. Jack Johnson.
You're you're a player president.
Exactly. Might just
Not even?
Well, it's a collab. I wish it was with Handsome Boy Modeling School and not the Black Eyed Peas.
Ha!
Yikes.
With Fergie?
Yeah, she'd be in the mix by
The body
then.
issue? I hope it's a neck down issue.
So what is Jax with Handsome Boy? Breakdown. Oh yeah, that's a good song. And what's his hit?
I don't care for him at all.
He was just like that part of that Jack Johnson kind of John Mayer,
Jason Mraz,
Daniel Powter, mid 2000s pussy male singer songwriter shit.
Who's the guy? Take a look. You turn it around. What the?
It's Bad Day by Daniel Powter.
Oh, then that's not the song I'm thinking of. Who's the other?
Sing a different song.
Who's the other guy?
Because you're singing Bad Day by Daniel
Powter. That was
Powter.
popular around that time. That now on Twitter does a lot of self-burns. That is very funny. Michael Bay. No.
Michael Bublé?
Michael Bublé. No. Here's the thing. As much as I hate Michael Bublé, he was in legitimately my favorite Saturday Night Live skit of all time. Yeah. So I can never be mad at him.
Yeah. The
Ham Bubbly.
Ham Bubbly.
So good.
Yeah.
No, something, is there a James Gray? Is there James Bay?
There's James May of Top Gear. There might be a James Bay. Is there a James Bay? James Bay singer?
That could be him. And he does a lot of he's got a very funny Twitter. His Twitter is very comic.
His first album was 2014.
Oh.
Is that?
Maybe. What's his big single?
Great question. We got Let It Go and Hold Back the River seem to be his two
Then that's
singles.
not who I'm thinking.
Yeah, James
Blake? No.
No?
Somebody
there is a James
listening
Blake, right?
to this.
He's kind of
probably Cody.
James Blunt?
Maybe James Blunt. Yeah, I think it's James Blunt. What's James Blunt's big
Blunt,
big hit?
You're Beautiful.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah.
His Twitter is very funny.
Yeah.
It's a ton of self-owns.
Oh, I like a cell phone.
And he I don't remember who he...
Sorry, it's a lot of cell phones?
Cell phones. He
Nokia, Samsung,
yeah, he does
Sony
unboxing
Ericsson.
videos on Twitter. I don't remember who he tweeted at, but he tweeted at someone about using his music as torture.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't remember who it was though.
That was a real thing.
Yeah.
Maybe in Guantanamo?
Maybe. Okay, James Blunt, what do you got for me? At James Blunt.
Yeah. I think they might have used it, or in like a hostage situation or something.
Oh, yeah, no, it was earlier this year, New Zealand police tried a new tactic to get protesters to disperse. They played James Blunt's You're Beautiful at high volume, which he replied, "At my suggestion, you joke-stealing turds."
Yeah, that's the guy. There is also a James Blake. I think I like James Blake. He's like I feel like he's what do you call a white singer who sounds black? Blue-eyed soul type?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I like him.
What would you say? Who would you say is your favorite Blake?
Shelton.
Is it Robert?
I mean, that's a pretty high bar we've set already. Give me something possibly better than Robert.
Because
Shelton's out. Because he didn't kill anyone. I did have a professor at UBC named Robert Blake the year after the Robert Blake murder. And so he...
Bob Blake.
No, he just had to do probably an intro the first day of class different than he had to do all previous years. Yeah, hi, welcome to, I don't know, or organic chemistry 302. I'm Robert Blake. Not that one.
I'm not the one that did the bad thing. Man. As we are recording right now,
is this breaking ass
news? Some shit's going down.
Oh,
local shit.
Oh.
Because you know how they're tearing down all of the tents on Hastings today?
Yeah. How's that going?
Shit's going down.
I can see that.
I don't think you and I are going to be able to go anywhere in the city in a few hours.
Okay.
We're going to be on full lockdown.
Citywide lockdown.
Citywide lockdown.
Yeah, I can see that going poorly.
Every police officer available in the greater Vancouver area is downtown on Main and Hastings.
So you're telling me that every police officer...
Every available.
Sure.
Not the ones that are off today. Those ones aren't there.
But everyone who's working today...
Working for the weekend.
Is busy. So if we were to say go somewhere else in the city...
Yeah.
And do crimes...
Yeah. What kind of crimes?
They would be, I don't know, download torrents or something.
Can I ask you a question? Maybe you know the answer, maybe you don't. I don't know, you're a smart guy sometimes.
Thank you.
Why was it such a big deal to cut tags off of mattresses?
I don't know. I do not have a good answer to that.
What the fuck was that?
I don't know why it was illegal to cut tags off of mattresses.
Yeah. So weird.
No, I know what you're talking about, and I wish I had a good answer.
In the comfort of my own home, I can't remove a tag from my mattress.
What? It's carbon. I'm carbon. What's the problem?
I don't know. Apparently there is a problem.
I know.
But yeah, it looks like there's going to be a big social justice warriors defending crackhead homeless people versus police shakedown today.
What side should we join?
I mean, there's only one colors lives that matter. I think we should choose the right one.
True.
I'm a real Mark Calloway adjacent man.
Look, we don't have. Look, it's an actual fact. We don't have black people in Vancouver, so that movement doesn't exist here. So, but at the end of the day, every city needs a BLM.
Yeah.
So what's left? Blue. These colors don't bleed.
These colors don't bleed. Call back to last episode. So yeah, I'm sure that by the time you hear this podcast, the majority of downtown Vancouver is just burning to the ground.
Fire. Yeah.
It's Canucks not winning the Stanley Cup too.
Ooh, that was a good one.
Even though that had nothing to do with hockey or the Stanley Cup.
No.
But I do like that they did actually catch quite a few people. Yeah. It took them a while, but
it took them years.
Like they only started prosecuting people in like 2018.
Yeah,
and that was 2011.
11, yeah, because there are a lot of that's more cop cars than are usually on fire.
Yeah,
in Vancouver.
Oh, that's definitely not going to come up later. Cars on fire.
There was a bit of cars on fire. That is very true. That will.
Cars on fire. Cars on fire.
Oh, how about this for a segue? Cars on fire, Brittany Griner, and go.
Just because it matches.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know, everybody else. This is Drew's. I'm gonna call it minor league basketball news because
even professional women's basketball is minor league.
Minor leagues. Have you seen those videos online where people are like, would you rather have this free courtside ticket to a WNBA game or $1? And they only ask men. And
I have not seen that.
Every single guy takes the $1.
Give me the buck.
Yeah. There's also a couple people that are like, neither.
They don't want the free dollar.
They don't want the free dollar, but they also don't want to
think there are strings attached.
WNBA game.
I mean, yeah, knee-jerk reaction, I would take the buck.
I would take the dollar.
But I did just, for some reason, watch the 3-part 30 for 30 on the 1996 U.S. Women's Dream Team.
Okay, yeah.
And if I would take the courtside ticket if I get to fuck Rebecca Lobo.
That is a reasonable trade.
Yeah. Otherwise, the buck. If I'm only fucking
What about Cheryl Swoop?
no, 1996 Cheryl Swoops, sure.
Yeah.
2022? No. Yeah. I don't know.
What about Cheryl Miller?
She wasn't on the team.
Oh yeah, I guess she was before that.
I guess, or after.
But then you could pretty much say that you're brothers with Reggie. That's pretty sick.
I'm Eskimo brothers with Reggie because we both fucked his sister Cheryl.
Yeah. You know what? That is a fair trade.
Yeah.
I was gonna say Google the most attractive women in the WNBA, and Google will come back with pictures of men. Did you mean the most attractive men in the NBA?
Did you mean Dirk Nowitzki?
Dirk Nowitzki. Yeah, I'm gonna look her up now and see what she looks like. I know there's one really cute one who's like younger, like just got drafted like last year.
Brittany Griner?
No, she's actually old and gross.
Brittany Grinder?
Brittany what?
Grinder.
Grinder. Yeah, I guess I would. I don't know. I don't know if that's a very attractive woman.
Oh no, she's way uglier in 1996 than now.
Oh, I got it the other way around.
Yeah, no, I mean, and every other one, that's the case. Every other one, they're hotter in 96.
Gotcha.
But, yeah, Rebecca fixed something between then and now.
Yeah.
But she, in her interviews, she looked pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah, she's alright.
Yeah.
She aight.
Yeah, bit of a long face.
Yeah.
But,
well, she's also like 6'9".
I don't think she's that big, but she's a tall woman.
She's big. You don't know.
You think she's 6'9"?
She's 6'4".
Lisa Leslie is the tallest woman in the world, and she's 6'3".
That is fair.
No, I think Leslie's 6'7". And she aged well too. Lisa Leslie aged well.
None of the options you're giving me are good. Oh yeah. There's one actual hot one. Let me see if I can find her name. No, you're not.
Is it possible she doesn't have a name?
Skylar Diggins Smith.
I like what's going on name-wise there.
She's actually pretty hot.
I like
and
Diggins a lot.
Hello, who's this one?
Hello.
Oh, whoa, who's this? Don't do whatever you're doing, Amazon. I don't want things added to my wish list, thank you.
Oh, she's like glamorous.
She's like a regular looking woman and not a lesbian basketball player.
She's all made up, all pretty.
Yeah, she's hot. Look up
I will.
Arella, Arella.
Arella.
And then her last name is Garantis. G-U.
It filled it in for me.
She seems pretty cute.
Okay. Yeah.
There's a white one?
No.
With a...
Shut up.
Shut up. Swedish last name?
No, shut up. Although the Swedes do grow them tall.
Katie Lou Samuelson.
Katie Lou Samuelson. Okay. Yeah.
I'm learning things.
She's got a nice girl next door vibe.
How about Monique Billings?
How about just Monique?
No. I'm good, thanks.
No? How about Brandy? Oh, Monique's good. So now we got Billings versus Biggins. Diggins. Biggins. No,
Diggins.
It wasn't. I would have laughed
Big
more
Guns.
at Biggins. Diggins Smith.
Well, look, I learned something new today.
I want that black athlete shirt that Monique Billings is wearing. Where do I get
the
that?
black athlete?
Yes. I want that shirt.
Oh, this list has her ranked number 14. Well, that's bullshit. Who do you think is hotter?
Give me number one.
No.
Who do they think?
Not 13. Not 11.
9/11.
Not 10. Here's a statement that I'm willing to make out loud that's going to get me in a lot of trouble in the future. I've probably said it in the past and it's slipped through the cracks. I don't
Let's get it back on the record.
overly find black women that attractive. Obviously, there are exceptions, but I feel like given the opportunity, there's going to be like a million Asians and Latinas and whites first.
Uh-huh.
Other than like the very hot black women. I don't know what it is. I'm not trying to be racist. I'm just like,
No, keep digging.
You're
good.
allowed to have your preferences of like it. It's not racism. It's like the equivalent of being a size queen.
Sure. Does it make you think of chocolate too much and then you get hungry and not horny?
Yeah, I guess. Look up number 2. There's no picture for her. I don't know why.
Okay.
Cheyenne Parker.
CHEYE.
NNE.
Cheyenne Parker. WNBA.
Because it says she's number 2, but there's no picture of her.
She's fine.
Oh yeah, she's a tall black lady.
She's an athlete.
Number 1.
Yeah.
Is she's okay. Liz Cambridge.
Wow, it's the first Liz that comes up.
Oh, weird.
Really?
I guess she must be good.
Before Lizzo, before Eliza Minnelli, before Liz Lemon of 30 Rock,
Before publicity.
before Publicity.
It has her ranked number 1 from whatever this is.
This one, yeah. I don't love her on the
there
court.
was a picture on the thing.
She's good. She's good dolled up.
She got big old titties.
She's got big old titties. I'll give her that. If nothing else, a nice pair.
Nice pair. Okay? Here's a different list. Who's it got number 1? There's a girl named Chimney.
Oh, I thought that it was gonna go so much worse.
It also has her ranked as number 1, so maybe she's the hottest.
Her name is Chimney.
Chimney. It's not Chimney. It was ethnic, and I didn't read it.
Yes.
Two lists in a row have had Liz Cambridge, so I guess she's the one.
All right.
This one's got Skylar Diggins as numbered. Oh, we got it. We got this.
Is
This
that her
list has.
standing next to Shaq, and they're not much different in height?
Guess so.
What the fuck?
She's like 6'9", I think I saw.
Well, that makes sense. If
And
she's
Shaq's
6'9".
like 7.
7'1" or 2.
Okay, this one's got a new number 1.
Oh yeah, no, she is towering over these other
Oh.
men. She's a huge bitch.
Big old bitch. That one had Cheyenne Parker as number 1. And this one has... Who's number 1? Show me the hottest woman in the WNBA. And I'll show
Did you mean NBA?
Yeah, that's what I thought it would give me. This one has... Nope, this is not... Oh, her name is Chinny. Chiney.
Mm-hmm.
And then...
Ogwumike?
Ogwumike. But that's not who's number 1.
She's good.
Number 1
She's
is
good.
Jennifer Lacey.
Jennifer Lopez.
Show me.
Jennifer Lopez. Jennifer... What is it?
Lacey.
Spelled?
Lacy.
Let me see why.
Nope, that's not her.
Well, that's Jennifer Lacey.
That's not who it showed me.
Well,
But
I'm just typing what you told me.
I'm just reading the news. Just boys being boys.
Not her?
Yeah, I guess that's her. She ain't.
Yep.
Anyways, how do we get onto attractive WNBA boy?
Brittany
Oh,
Griner
yeah,
and
Brittany
why
Griner.
she's wrong. Why it's her fault. And go.
So if you've heard the news, she got busted in Russia. She got arrested and put in jail because they found minimal amounts of marijuana vape oil, that she claims she has no idea how it got in her bag. However,
Even though she smokes weed.
However, she does smoke weed openly. She has the doctor's notes for the weed. So it's not like
It's fine here.
It's not like it's a case of like, I don't even smoke weed. How would I have weed?
I don't even own a TV.
So she got busted. And she got busted face.
She is busted.
Yeah, she's busted. And they sentenced her to 9 years in prison.
Which is harsh even by their standards.
Harsh even by their standards, but obviously they're trying to make a fucking example.
Yeah.
But, I don't know. Maybe...
Also, she's an enemy combatant. She's clearly a spy.
Yeah. She's all about espionage. She's Mission Impossible.
She's
Rogue
Brittany
Nation.
Griner is Mission Impossible.
She's Rogue Nation.
Yeah. Not a Ghost Protocol?
Or Ghost Protocol. So, I don't know. Maybe if you're going to a country where things aren't the same as home,
Yep.
maybe check your fucking luggage.
I would. I'd give
before you go.
I'd give it a once over before I went. If I knew that that I regularly used a substance that's very illegal there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe a little quick check. Also, I don't know. Don't trade a war criminal for her.
Yeah, because that's what they're trying to do now.
That's what they're trying to. The U.S. is trying to get back a guy who was like a contractor who they claim was a spy.
Yeah.
And the Russians are trying to get back
a war criminal.
A man who was actively searching out people that wanted to kill Americans.
Yes.
So he could sell them weapons.
Yeah. In America. Yeah.
And they were like, well, that seems like a fair trade. A woman's basketball player and a business guy for a war criminal.
Yeah.
Seems fair.
I mean,
I don't want to sound insensitive, but let the bitch stay in jail. Like it's not you can't look at it as like there's an American trapped in a Russian prison and we have to get her out. Doesn't matter the cost. Well, yeah. The cost is she made a stupid mistake on her own, and now we're going to, the U.S. would be letting out a dangerous criminal.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not really like an apples for apples trade.
No.
Is the issue. Like if America, why do we keep saying that we're America?
I don't know.
It's very sad.
This is America.
If we had
you just did it again.
I know. Well, that was on purpose. If we had a dumb bitch Russian female basketball player, then great.
Yeah, 1 for 1.
Yeah. Everyone's happy. We can do we can do a Bridge of Spies.
Sure.
With them.
Sure.
But yeah, when you throw a war criminal into it, it does complicate the matter.
Now, what if they were to take? Okay, here's a fair trade.
Mm-hmm.
We get dumb bitch women basketball player.
Mm-hmm.
We get a businessman guy who didn't do anything.
Yeah.
They get their war criminal.
Uh-huh.
They also have to take War Machine with them.
Oh,
they get War Machine.
They have to.
You
have to take him with your war criminal.
Yes.
Now, for those,
is that a fair trade?
That's a pretty good trade for those who don't know War Machine, because it's not Don Cheadle.
John Copenhaver, I believe
so.
A former like UFC Ultimate Fighter competitor.
Yep.
Who was a bad UFC fighter. Was then dating a female porn star and was making, to be honest, kind of a pioneer in the OnlyFans game. Because before OnlyFans was a thing, the two of them were making like homemade porn and distributing it online.
Yeah.
So
also, fun fact: there are 3 famous John Copenhavers. There's a judge.
Maybe it's his dad.
Could be, but I'm going to say no. There is a judge. There is the mixed martial artist and other cool things, and a third John Copenhaver who is listed via the internet as author of novels.
Nice.
And I very much enjoy that terminology.
That's pretty good. I like that. So he and said porn star whose name I won't remember, Brandy May, perhaps?
Jenna Jameson.
Brandy with an I, May spelled M-A-E.
Is that it?
I think. Brandy May? Is she like dark hair and tattoos?
Brandy May porn videos. So there is a Brandy May porn star.
Images. Safe search off. No, that's not her.
Look at what is going on.
No, that's not her.
I can't express to you via audio how much real estate is between her tits.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
She's been working on her sternum muscles.
It's reverse cleavage.
Yeah, it really is.
There is...
I think I might have just outed myself as following her on Twitter or something.
I really think you might have.
Just look up John Copenhaver beats up girlfriend and it'll tell you her name.
She is jacked.
Yeah.
And her tits are defy everything I
All
knew.
logic.
John Copenhaver, porn actress.
Chrissy something.
Chrissy Teigen. Christy Mack.
Christy Mack.
Chrissy
That's
Mack.
the one.
If anyone wants to see the porn star that War Machine John Copenhaver beat and raped the shit out of.
Well, no, not entirely. They
Christy
broke up.
Okay.
She started dating somebody else.
Yeah, so that's
He
that's on her.
He got high on drugs.
Yes, he did.
Went to her apartment. Beat the shit out of the new guy.
Yeah.
Tried to rape her.
Uh-huh.
But he was too fucked up on drugs to get an erection. So he couldn't.
Yeah.
And then
that
just
is
beat
correct.
her up.
And yeah. That is how it went down.
Well, that's if you can't get it up, then you have to hurt her. It's her fault.
Hey, the glitch. If you wanted Drew's quote of the week, might I suggest
That.
if you can't get it up, you have to hurt her. I believe this all happened in 2017. And it may shock you that he went to jail for it. Did we know that little... this went from good to great. What I thought was a news article from 2019 titled War Machine Getting Married Friday in Prison to Pen Pal.
Nice.
I thought that's a fun story. Then I saw it's not so much a news headline as it is a post from anabolicsteroidforums.com.
Nice.
Yes!
Nice. So what's his fiance's name?
Ooh, good question. Links to the TMZ article.
Is he marrying the other John Copenhaver?
Oh my god. The 96-year-old judge? Or the author of novels? He will marry Ashley Farrington at a Lovelock Correctional Center in Nevada.
Does she have a picture? Show me your tits.
Nevada. Show me her tits. Ashley Farrington. It auto-completes Ashley Farrington War Machine. They know where their bread's buttered. Safe search is off, but I'm not seeing a lot of tits. I'm seeing a lot of nice pictures of them together in front of what appear to be like green screened photos. Because I guess the photo... do jails do green screen photos so you can pretend your picture's not in jail?
I think so, yeah.
That's kind of nice.
Is she hot? I don't know.
Why are we so mad at the prison system?
I don't have glasses on. Is she hot?
She's
trash.
She's trash.
She's total trash.
I mean, she looks
go
like...
down. Scroll down again. Oh, there's the picture of Chrissy Mack's face.
This one?
Yeah.
This one?
Oh, that's bad.
I mean, she got beat up.
He really fucked.
She got beat up real bad. He's not a nice man. I would go as far as, and he has made some tattoo choices.
Yeah, yeah. But he had those when he was a fighter.
No, I know, but yeah,
he's smiling. He seems happy.
When you're smiling. Yeah, but she definitely looks like the kind of bitch who would write to in prison and then marry a guy arrested and put in jail for many years for aggravated assault on his last girlfriend.
Yeah, that's true.
That is Ashley Farrington's vibe. So shout out to the new Mrs. John Copenhagen.
Congratulations!
You did it. I hope nothing goes bad.
I hope you like having your cheekbones rearranged.
You didn't need that orbital bone. What?
Now imagine busting on her face and then punching it so hard that you break her orbital bone.
Which order is better?
But I mean, it's either way. Both are great.
Punch and bust or bust and punch?
Punch then bust.
I like punch then bust.
Your
honestly.
punching causes you to bust.
Certainly.
Yeah. Like you don't need any sexual stimulation. You just
Besides
need
violence.
You just need to hurt.
that doesn't sound good at all.
As long as you're causing violence.
All I need to bust is violence. I'm a real war machine.
Yeah. I'm a real war machine type. I need to punch a lady in the face so that my nuts explode.
Was there any other pressing news? We had breaking news for Vancouver on fire, and how we're on lockdown now, and you live with me now. You're my new dad.
I'm changing your bedtime to 8 p.m.
That's like my get up time.
Well, I don't know what to tell you.
This is gonna be trouble. I don't know if we have anything else present. Anything grinding your gears lately? How you doing? You feeling good? What's your like baseline emotion?
I don't
right
know.
now?
I'm pretty chillax, bro.
Good.
How's
your rash?
What time are we looking at?
Are we talking about your rash?
It's gone.
Good.
I'm all cleared up.
Great.
You know what I was going to suggest? Okay, how much time we got? What are we at?
55.
No, we can end it now. Podcast over. See ya. When we
Give
get
him a teaser for next time.
when I get my nice fancy new gear
On Friday.
mm-hmm. I think one day you and I should hire or find for free a photographer.
Yes.
Because we need to get new profile pics and promo pics.
Yeah.
But we should also take a little drive up to Furry Creek.
Yes.
And get pictures in front of the sign.
Oh, I can't believe
You've never done that?
I've never done it.
In gear.
But let's absolutely do that.
Yeah.
We need to go to Furry Creek.
I agree.
Yeah. I'm into that. Drew, I like where your head's at.
Hey, did you ask people to give us money yet?
I didn't ask people to give us money. Hey, people, give us money. Send it to paypal.me/notscotthenson. paypal.me/NOTSCOTTHENSON. Not my old Twitter, I hate Scott Henso. Let's see if I can register that right now. Let's see if it exists. I'm not going to register it. Twitter.com.
What if you look, is there another Scott Henson that's like at Scott Henson?
Good question. Let's try I hate Scott Henso. This account doesn't exist, so someone feel free to jump on that one if you want. And twitter.com/Scott Henson. I'm sure that exists. Account suspended.
Whoa.
There's a bad boy Scott Henson out there.
What did Scott do?
Ooh. I'm intrigued. What's your story at Scott Henson?
Oh, that's interesting.
Very interesting.
I wonder if he was retweeting inappropriate images.
I wonder if he was just retweeting my tweets and somehow he got suspended for the retweets and I didn't for the originals.
That'd be pretty funny. Wonder where he was on January 6th. He's Republican Scott Henson.
Oh, so Scott Henson.
So Scott Henson.
I like this guy. I want to meet this man. At Scott Henson, if you're listening, hit me up. Let's collaborate. Let's do a Jack Johnson and Handsome Boy modeling school.
I wonder if anybody looks up their name of Scott Henson and then finds you and is disgusted by what they found and then they kill themselves.
That's bold, but I like it. I hope pre-suspension that someone came looking for me at Scott Henson and didn't like what they saw.
Yeah.
And were turned off me forever. Well, your loss. It wasn't me. It was some guy who probably has similar beliefs to me.
It wasn't you, but they caught you on the counter.
It's they're calling it the Shaggy defense.
Literal video footage of you having sex on the floor of the bathroom, but it's not you.
Even caught me on camera.
Yeah.
It wasn't me.
It wasn't me.
Really, Shaggy? And who
What?
Shaggy was giving the advice. Singing was
I don't know.
Ravon?
Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah.
What's Shaggy's legal government name? Shaggy Two Dope?
No, that's a different I think it's
Orville Richard Burrell.
I was going to go Donald Shagwell.
Oh, Orville. Orville. Like the show.
And I don't want to say that Santa Claus doesn't exist, but the voice you hear on songs, it's not his voice. It's just, he just does it.
Yep.
Sorry, guys.
He's only 53.
Yeah, I could see that. He was big. I mean, he would have peaked late 90s, early 2000s.
His son's a rapper.
Nice.
Rob Banks. Rob with 2 B's. Banks spelt with a $sign at the end.
Oh, that's a lot going on with that name.
Richard O'Neill Burrell. Cool guy.
Orville. Fucking Orville. Hold on. See. Oh, he has an Order of Distinction of the country of Jamaica.
Well, he's the biggest export.
He is Orville Richard Burrell CD.
Nice.
Which is, I don't know why.
Good thing it wasn't him, or else they might not be able to give him the recognition.
True.
They can't give an order to an adulterer. But luckily, it wasn't him.
It wasn't him. Well, it wasn't Rayvon. Shaggy didn't do
Oh,
anything.
yeah, that's fair. Yeah,
Right?
That's fair. I like the idea of a slightly older mentor telling you, just tell her it wasn't you. She's a stupid woman.
Just lie.
She's not going to know what's up.
No.
So she's just tell her it's bullshit, and she's going to let you do it.
I would like to make an emergency
Oh, no.
apology. It's not Rayvon. That was a different duet with Shaggy. This is Rick Rock.
Ah.
R-I-K-R-O-K. Ricardo Rick Rock Ducent.
Cool.
Yeah. So I just wanted to get that on the record.
All right. whatever.
Rayvon, you're cool. I believe the Rayvon collab was called Two Way, a song about pagers.
Sick.
In the 2000s. Although Jamaica probably just
2009.
got him. I don't think it was 2009. It wasn't
Well,
me.
you're telling me Jamaica was late to the Pagers game?
Yeah, I feel like the West Indies were not on like the
The West Indies.
technological vanguard of the world.
West Indies.
Are we not doing West Indies anymore?
No,
I
we
like
can.
West Indies.
No, we can go
it's
on.
fun. Caribbean's boring.
Where's the Dutch Antilles?
It's in there. It's just a little island chain sitting around in the Bermuda Triangle somewhere. Are we still doing Bermuda Triangle stuff? I feel like I haven't heard anything about it in 30 years.
They solved it.
Oh,
They turned the top side right ways.
and no more problems.
Yeah.
No one's getting sucked into the shadow realm anymore.
Yeah.
Did they find Amelia?
Yeah, they found her in Japan in 1939 where she was tortured to death. You've heard that conspiracy theory, right?
I have, and I like it a
and
lot.
you've seen that picture that is supposedly of her
Yes.
on the dock with her
That's right. Yeah.
or navigator or whatever it was.
Yep.
Yeah, that one I actually kind of believe. I
would love
kind
it.
of believe that she died as a POW in Japan
That'd be wild.
during World War II.
Yeah. Hold on, I just saw something that I liked. Oh, I was looking at the charting of It Wasn't Me, and it peaked at number 1 in one of our Red, White, and Blues, France. And you know how the U.S. has the RIAA, and that's how everyone does that's how each country has their governing body of music. I don't know. Australia is the ARIA. France's
FAG.
France's is the Syndicat National de l'Édition Phonographique, or SNEP.
Nice.
France's RIAA is SNEP.
Sick.
That's very cute. You gotta go to France.
Yep.
And start recording.
I could.
You could be a SNEP certified gold record.
Sick. Well, good thing I spent all those years learning French in high school.
Yep. I did 11 years of French.
The most French
Yeah.
I can say is the lyrics from a Megadeth song that the chorus is sung in French, and it's about saying goodbye to your friends and sorry that you're killing yourself.
I mean, if you're going to learn some French, that would be the French to learn.
That is it.
Yeah, considering I took 11 years of it, I am very poor at it. I can, as with many languages, even languages I never took academically, am very good at just reading it out loud with good pronunciation.
You are.
But I don't know
I have witnessed
what it
this
means.
live.
My comprehension is dog shit. Like, I remember on a Twitch chat, someone had me read something in Danish.
Yeah.
Which I hadn't seen the language before. They're like, that sounded really good. I'm like, cool. I don't know what it means, but I can usually like work my head around what it's supposed to sound like.
Hear me out.
Happy to do it.
I would be very cautious
Of
about
just
what
reading
people
something
on the internet.
Oh, no. I have
give you
no
to
doubt
read.
it was the N-word over and over.
Or just like
in
Death
Danish.
to America.
Yeah.
Like praise. Was one of the Danish words Allah?
Yeah, it came up.
Oh, okay. Well, seems
Why?
like- I think it's okay.
It's fine.
I think it's fine.
You know what else is fine? Bonfire of the Vanities, 1990. A fine film by a fine director, Brian of Palma. I'm translating that from Italian to English.
Of course. Noted Italian Brian De Palma. Although he might be Italian.
I would assume.
I don't know.
I'd assume that's what the name is.
I don't assume things anymore.
Does it make an ass out of you and me?
I'm more concerned about making an ass out of me than you. I don't give a shit what happens.
You
to
don't mind horribly embarrassing me?
Nope.
He's from Newark, New Jersey. He's 100% Italian.
Nice.
His Italian-American parents were Vivienne De Palma, née Muti, and Anthony De Palma, an orthopedic surgeon, the son of immigrants from Alberona, province of Foggia. I misspoke. Give me the pasta fagioli. It's pasta fagioli.
Pasta fagioli. I bet you that there is a gay Italian restaurant somewhere in the world
Where you can order the pasta fagioli.
I bet you it's true.
I like that a lot.
I'm gonna look it up. No, I'm not really.
What do we think about 2019 Brian De Palma movie Domino?
I'm gonna watch it.
Are you? You got? Oh yeah, it's got Game of Thrones people in it and Guy Pearce.
Yep, those are things I like. Nikolai Coster-Waldau and Candice
Carice Van Houten.
Van Houten.
Millhouse's sister.
Van Houten, the Red Witch, who's super important.
Who was very important early in the series and then very much forgotten about.
I was gonna look up facts before and then I didn't, so I'm gonna trivia it now.
Instant trivia?
Well, I'm just gonna read through if there's anything good. Usually I like to, but I didn't this time.
That's a good story. So we're doing the Kim Cattrall vehicle.
Yes, we are.
Bonfire of the Vanities, stemming from her star turn in Crossroads, where she plays Britney Spears' deadbeat mother for, I don't know, a 3-minute scene.
Or less than that, probably.
Or less. But we needed to do this to get to next week, so fucking bear with us. And there's some fun stuff in this movie, so what are you whining about? It's a 1990 Brian De Palma movie. It's not going to be bad.
Interesting fact I just found out.
I love facts.
Brian De Palma actually wanted John Lithgow to play Sherman McCoy.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, me too. I think that actually kind of fits better. Not like Tom Hanks isn't good.
No, Tom was good, but I'm picturing Lithgow, and I like it a lot, actually. And Lithgow's a De Palma boy.
Yes. But
And Hanks is
apparently Tom was cast because producers wanted the
fucking
character...
producers.
Yeah. Because the producers wanted the character to seem somewhat likable as a person, and they didn't feel that Lithgow was
too
likable.
evil. I'll give you that.
He had just
done Raising Cain?
Yeah, he had just done Raising Cain.
Yeah. John Lith. He did... Where are we at? Look at all that good stuff you've done, John. I just done Out Cold. When was...
Oh, what a crazy human
No,
being.
Raising Cain was after.
Oh, okay.
But he's been lots of bad guys.
Yeah.
Although, Harry and the Hendersons.
Aaron Hendersons. And the World According to Garp, he plays a trans woman.
He does. And was cut out of L.A. Story.
Anywho. Movie starts off with
With
Bruce Willis.
With young, hot movie star, full head of hair Bruce Willis, as opposed to old, bald, sad,
can't read talk.
or remember that he was a movie star Bruce Willis. And now I'm bummed out.
I'm very disgusted that he had sex with Demi Moore's giant bush. I think it's a monster.
It's a lot going on. That bush is anything but Demi.
Yeah.
That is a full bush.
So Bruce Willis is a writer.
Also,
but
no writer is as famous as
wrote,
Bruce Willis in this opening scene.
I wrote, imagine a world where an author is the most famous person in the world, and they keep their opinions about how many genders there are to themselves.
Crazy. The very idea. Yeah, but he's like a superstar.
It's like he's the guy who wrote the Bible. He's Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
That's who wrote the Bible, right?
I believe so.
Jesus Christ
He wrote the New
Nazarene.
Yeah.
So yeah, it starts off with him just being sort of like a complete like lush party animal, like living up the successful lifestyle.
He's constantly trashed.
And he's trying to fuck everything.
Yep.
He drags a girl he doesn't know. Also, how old is she?
Well, I don't know.
Drags her into
I'm not asking
into an
questions.
elevator because he's gonna try and fuck her, but then he's so drunk that he forgets that's what he was gonna do.
And then he
takes a handful.
There's
of
a big like catering table there, and he just takes a big old meaty handful of salmon and takes a big bite.
But yeah, it's crazy. And then throws at the wall when he gets off. He's just a wreck. He's a mess.
Yeah.
So the reason behind this is that his novel is the like most popular book of all time. Like New York's #1 bestseller, 740 weeks in a row.
Yeah.
And so this starts something that confused me until maybe like 40 minutes into the movie. So we get a voiceover of him, and he's talking about the character in the book.
Yes.
Which is played by Tom Hanks, who is a high rolling Wall Street
bonds trader. Before we get to more Hank stuff, I had just written down from the opening scene with Bruce Willis. I said, you know what? You can either open your movie with a big, beautifully choreographed long shot like this movie, or you can fuck off.
No. Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, because it's the whole first scene with like
Limo,
with all the credits going off is all one shot. Lots of people, lots of moving parts. Looks great. It's almost like Brian De Palma's a good director.
It seems that way. Brian De Palma, Michael Mann,
our boys,
and Ari Aster.
The big three.
The big three. So Tom lives in like a big Manhattan apartment.
The way they describe one, because they're like, because it starts like Tom has to go make a phone call, but he can't make it from one of the 11 phones on 7 lines in his house. Why does this psychopath have 7 phone lines? You need 1, maybe 2
to make trades.
I don't know.
What if you're busy on this phone? Then you got to call the other guy to make the trade, and then the third line calls, and it's your mom, and you're like, "Well, I can't talk to you, Mom. I'm making
busy."
big trades." And then the next line calls, and it's some guy offering to suck your dick.
Well, I'm glad I have that line.
Exactly right, but you don't. But if you only had 2 lines,
that's true. Then
how would you get that?
You've sold me on the multiple.
So his
lines.
wife is the main focal point of this episode, Kim Cattrall.
Yep.
Who
hottest she's ever been.
Hottest she's ever been. I read that she went on a diet for 3 months just to get skinny for this movie.
Wow.
Which is disgusting. Food is delicious, but also you're hot-ish. She was doing a weird accent.
Oh, what? Yeah.
She's not the only one, but she was doing a weird accent.
But she's doing like the weird, the weird old school transatlantic accent, that ridiculous, like, old Katharine Hepburn sounding thing.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, it's 1990.
Does this movie take place in modern, like in the modern time?
Yes, it's in present day.
Yeah, because she's acting as if this was like
the 50s. Yes, it's really weird.
Yeah,
and I'm like, I'm sorry, are you, in 1990, are you trying to cater to the big British film market?
I mean, also, in the 90s, that was everything that got nominated for Best Picture and
I
Best
guess that's
Actor
true. Everything it was all British stuff that got that.
Period piece dramas.
Very true. But like, I feel like we're very close to starting to do a trans-Pacific accent so we can cater to China.
Very close.
I think everyone should just, like, all actors are going to have to start talking in, like, pidgin English.
Or you got to spend years learning Mandarin so that the corporations can own you like John Cena.
Absolutely.
John China.
But this is a two-way street. So all the Chinese movies have to be the same thing.
Right.
They all have to do it too.
Well, that's going to be great TV.
Yeah. Gonna be a lot of spicy noodle out there.
So yeah, Tom drags the dog out in a monsoon.
And when you say drags the dog out, literally
it was very funny.
Drags the dog out
very cute.
On its back.
There's a wiener dog.
It was very funny.
Didn't want to walk, and he was dragging it along the floor, and it was like a tracking shot where the camera is at dog level. And it was pretty great.
Very funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he drags the dog out into the rain so that he can go to a payphone, like, I don't know, several blocks away.
Yeah.
He then accidentally calls his own house.
He's stupid.
How do you call your own house? That's house you live in,
rookie move.
You own, and it's your phone number.
That's a rookie-ass move. You're cheating on your wife, and you call home. Your wife answers, whose voice you recognize, and you ask for Maria. You fucking idiot. You deserve all of
you
this,
stupid
Tom
bitch.
Hanks.
You're as dumb as a dog.
Yeah.
So he panics. He goes home. He plays dumb.
I think somewhere along the way he ran into my boy Kurt Fuller.
Yes, he did.
The news director of the first episode of News Radio.
That is our second Kurt Fuller movie.
Yep.
Yeah, goes home, plays dumb, tells her, like, I don't know what you're talking about. You're crazy. You're the one that's insane.
I like that he stands hard for quite a while.
Yeah, he does.
He's like,
he's not stupid.
I didn't call you. She's like, I know your voice.
You're
you
my
called
husband.
Here. And like, we have a child together. We've been together for a while. Yeah. I know your voice. You called and asked for Maria. He's like, nah, you're crazy.
Nah. You're just having one of your moments. You're having your episodes.
You're having one of your treadmill panic attacks.
Yeah. Bike?
Oh yeah, it was a bike. Yeah.
So then we find out that Maria is Melanie Griffith.
Yep. Which begs the question, has Melanie Griffith ever been hot?
Not particularly.
Yeah.
However,
as
we stated,
goodwill for all time.
She will have goodwill forever because she was in the movie Roar, which is the greatest movie ever made.
Yes.
And maybe it is the best movie watching experience I've ever had for the first time.
Me too.
There are other things that are close.
Yep.
Your Team America World Polices, your Borats, your Cabin in the Woods, but for one very specific reason.
Cabin in the Woods. Oddly, the second viewing of Cabin in the Woods.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very specific reason.
Yep.
But yeah, that Roar is the greatest movie going experience I've ever had.
I think it is.
And she will forever have goodwill, like unlimited. It would be irresponsible of me to not sleep with her. Now.
Yes.
And you know what, also? If she's good enough for Antonio Banderas, good enough for me.
That's true.
Like, he could have whoever he wants.
Says something about her.
Like, he's the most handsome man in the world.
Y'all have seen Antonio Banderas,
he
right?
He can have whoever he wants, and he chose her.
Puss in fucking boots.
He is.
And he chose...
the 13th Warrior.
And he chose Melanie Griffith. So she... while not the most conventionally beautiful woman in the world, is doing something right.
Maybe she throws it back real good.
I think she gives neck like nobody's business.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So he goes and picks her up from the airport. and drives her. They're going to drive her to her hotel.
Their love nest.
Their love nest. And while they're in the car,
the apartment that she's illegally subletting.
I literally the note I wrote was, did she seriously just say, "Don't you want some poontang"?
That was like one of the first lines.
Like, what?
That she said.
That's not how regular people speak.
And like,
that's ethnic use.
I had to think about it for a bit. I'm like, no, someone wouldn't have even said that in 1990.
No.
That's crazy talk.
But apparently they did.
Apparently.
They did.
Yeah, that was a jarring line to me.
And just stupid.
Yeah.
A socialite white woman who's dumb.
Don't you want some poontang first?
You don't want some poontang first? Their southern accent? Like,
yeah.
That's not something a southern belle would be saying.
Mm-mm. Didn't like it.
So, Tom...
Although, and then her kind of gimmick is she says all these, like, malapropisms.
Yeah.
Like, he caught me red-herringed.
Yes. Yeah. I think there was one
like
with the Russian guy later where she's like, he's defective. And he goes, you mean
he defected?
Like, no, he's defective. He doesn't even speak English.
That one she actually explained, but the rest were just wrong.
Yeah. That was funny, though. I like that one.
That was good. I did write based on probably her second or third one of those. I love this dumb bitch.
Yeah. So on the way, Tom misses his turnoff. And he goes, well, we'll just find a place to turn around. Then we'll get right back on.
They missed the turnoff to Manhattan.
Yeah.
And very quickly end up in the South Bronx.
So they end up in the South Bronx, or as I wrote it, is this the South
Sarajevo?
Bronx, or is this Escape from New York?
Right?
Because
it's nuts.
As soon as they get off, like they turn off, there's gangs fighting over oil and cars on fire and bombed out buildings. It's fucking Baghdad in there.
It's the Road Warrior.
It's the Road Warrior.
Yeah.
So I wrote, look out, Tom! It's the Urbans!
Melanie Griffith very quickly says, "Where are all the white people?" Just a bit earlier when they were sort of introducing Tom Hanks and he's at work being high-powered Wall Street
making
guy.
A $600 million bond deal.
Yeah, he's not getting all that. His commission was $1.7 million, but that's not bad for a day.
For one day.
And I was just watching. I'm like, man. It would have been fucking sick to be an 80s Wall Street asshole.
Yeah.
Like, I guess it's still kind of sick to be a 2020s Wall Street asshole, but I feel like it peaked.
Well, it would have been... Well, what's wild about it is you literally could have gone into work for 1 week, made a bunch of terrible high-priced trades, but you bank all that money, and then just fucking disappear.
And you're good.
Just go somewhere that they won't extradite you.
Yeah.
Like fucking Argentina.
And do Quaaludes for the rest of your life.
You're fucking set.
Yeah.
That's what's wild about it. I don't think you can do that now because they'll track you down.
They'll get you.
And they'll drag your ass back.
Yeah.
They'll put you in federal pound me in the ass prison. So yeah, they drive through the dark part, and they eventually figure out, like, look, there's the on-ramp. We can go.
Yeah.
So they're driving, and
it did so much of where they were in the South Bronx didn't even look like streets.
No.
They didn't look like places you were supposed to drive.
It was like a fenced-off parking lot.
Yeah.
Or like a...
But like that's Main Street.
Like a loading zone for a warehouse.
I'm like, there's no way from where you are, the on-ramp to a big highway is right there.
Yeah.
It looks like you're driving on an unlit sidewalk.
Yeah.
But anyway, they're on an unlit sidewalk and there's a tire in the way.
Which didn't really look like it was in the way that much. He probably could have got around it.
Yeah.
And but he's an uppity, prissy coward, sort of, so...
Also, the weight of the tire varied in his dealings with it.
To get it up.
First he had to, kick it.
Swing it like it was a wiffle bat.
Yeah, first he was kicking it, and it was moving an inch at a time, and he, couldn't get under it, too heavy. And then, when the boys showed up, he just,
That's code for black.
Just grabbed it under his arm and took it with him.
Woof.
Yeah.
Like it was no problem.
Yeah. That was a little... if I was script supervising, I'd have had an issue with that.
You should be one because you have autism. It'll help.
I bet there's some good
Yep.
autistic script supervisors out there.
Absolutely.
Actually, his hat was a different shade of green in the previous scene, so we're gonna need a new hat.
He actually placed his phone down at a 73-degree angle. That's currently at a 77. He needs to turn it slightly.
Let me get my protractor.
So he gets out, and then a couple of hood rats,
Couple of dusky gentlemen.
show up. My note was, look out, Tom, it's men on a mission.
It was
One
men
was
on a
big,
mission.
one was small. Not as big as Mabel, but big. But what you really got to look out for,
I wrote "Look out,
is
Tom."
Oscar. He's the troublemaker.
It's O.
He's the
The O in M. He is. And
O is the problem, not Eminem.
and he can rap like nobody's business. Except he's bad. He's kind of bad.
I remember, I think it was like Kevin Nash saying once, like, that's the best rapper you could find.
The guy whose only job was to rap.
Yeah.
The M and the M were the wrestlers. O, Oscar, just did the rap as they made their entrance. That was his only job.
Yeah.
He wasn't very good at
Wasn't
it.
very good at it. He was like a kid-friendly, like, 90s, like, Will Smith type.
Well, my name is Oscar, and I'm here to say I like to rap in a wrestling way.
You nailed it.
Yeah. I mean, I could have done Oscar.
Yeah, exactly. In blackface.
Well, obviously
Yeah.
in black. Like, I'm going to rap in my regular color.
Yeah. Well, some of you's black.
I would only show those parts.
Yeah.
I would, ooh.
Full body suit, except for
Yes.
all the slices cut out that are black.
Yes.
That's pretty
That
good.
is exactly what I was thinking.
And then everyone will be like, oh, he's black.
He's black.
Yeah. He's wearing a bodysuit.
Yeah.
Because he's a weirdo. He's a gimp.
And he's got shoe polish on his face.
I like a body.
Going
goes
so
to your
far.
neck,
Yeah.
and then blackface.
Yeah.
All that work to cover up your white skin,
Yeah.
just to
And then-
show your blackface.
And then just kind of giving up on the top 10%.
yeah. So Tom tries to negotiate with them about he's just leaving. Guys, I'm out of here. And they're like, what are you doing with the tire? Oh, it's your tire? Oh, okay, well, I'll give you back the
Yeah,
tire.
take the tire. I don't-
Swings it like it weighs 0 pounds.
Yep.
She gets in the front seat of the car.
Yep.
And he gets in, and they go to take off. But of course, she's a woman, so she can't drive. And
Obviously.
almost crashes into the fence.
Yeah.
Then the other guy, he throws the tire at them. Yeah.
Yeah. The guy who he gave the tire to throws it at
Yeah.
them.
She backs up and ends up
Over a boy.
It looks like she hits him.
Yes.
The tire bounces off the roof and flies behind them, and then she takes off up the on ramp.
Yeah.
And Bob's your uncle. They're done.
Everyone's fine.
Yeah. So now the next. So they go to the courthouse where they're sort of giving you a glimpse into the public,
The workings.
the public defender and
Yeah.
all that stuff, and the cool badass judge Bald Morgan Freeman.
Bald Morgan Freeman.
I feel like he's doing Sam Jackson but without the motherfuckers.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Like kinda.
I can see that.
Like
I wasn't
taking
ready.
no shit, really fast talking and loud.
Yep.
Definitely not the normal Uncle Tom-ish Morgan Freeman. Scott, he mostly plays a calm, subdued
Tom type.
Tom
No,
type.
I'm glad. I liked higher energy Morgan Freeman.
Me too. It was
It's a lot of Andy Dufresne was one of the gayest motherfuckers I ever met in my
I
time.
was driving Miss Daisy
in the penitentiary.
and she wouldn't stop calling me the N-word. So I took her up behind a building and I filled that 70-year-old pussy with my big, meaty, black...
with my black seed. Yeah. So yeah, I appreciated a different.
I
Morgan
wasn't
Freeman,
driving.
and I don't know if I've seen him.
Miss Daisy was driving me.
I don't think they say that. But I
Miss
would love.
Daisy sure could throw it back.
I wish that was the last line of the movie. Miss Daisy was driving me. I don't think I've seen him bald before.
No, he almost always has hair.
Yeah,
Whether it's
wasn't ready for it.
full head or getting thin.
Yep.
Yeah. So yeah, just sort of showing you what's kind of to come, I guess. You get the public defender who is sort of like the comedic, like goofy sidekick of the movie, I guess, because he's like working for a corrupt DA who's
he's an ADA. He's not a public defender.
Yeah, he's the ADA. Sorry, the ADA who's working for
my boy Saul Rubinek.
Love him. Good young Jewish boy.
Good young GYJB.
GYJB. So yeah, you get sort of like a foreshadowing of the court system and why Morgan Freeman's losing his shit because they're bringing up a case that he sentenced an old white man who lives in Park Avenue and drives a Mercedes and has sex with a babysitter.
Sure.
And so like this movie very quickly turns into all about race relations.
Yeah.
And just like how it is in the poor parts of New York compared to the rich parts of New York. So anyways, it gets revealed that the one that was hit by the car suffered a broken wrist.
Went to the hospital, was
got a
treated for the
cast,
broken wrist,
then went home and wasn't feeling good. It turned out he had a concussion.
Severe concussion.
And now he's in a coma and might die. Mm-hmm. So he only managed to tell his mom that the license plate started with an R and was either RB, RP, or RE.
Yeah.
So the police begin to investigate. Then you get to meet one of the most ridiculous characters in the movie,
Reverend Bacon, played by
Delroy Lindo.
The actor's name is John Hancock.
Sick.
Yep.
Sick.
One of the largest mouths I've ever seen.
Oh, yeah, just enormous.
Ear to ear.
Yeah. He
permanent Glasgow smile. He's Irish.
So he's kind of playing.
By Irish, I mean Scottish.
Scottish.
Stupid. You're all the same.
So he's kind of playing like your typical like loud black preacher, but kind of like Don King, I guess.
Kind of
like a real promoter, like a self promoter for justice, and he's saying how like this needs to be a focal point of the media. You need to give this attention. So they start to investigate. I don't know if I have more notes in there. I do not. Do you have anything else that directly in there?
I just got real excited about the idea of Reverend Bacon.
Okay, yeah.
I enjoyed him.
This is sort of around here somewhere is the point where I had my revelation of what was happening.
Okay.
So what happens is you see Bruce Willis. And Bruce Willis is like drunk, and his boss from the newspaper he works for calls him and says, "I'm paying you a lot of money to write for me. You're not doing shit. Yeah. So here's a fucking story. I want you to write about this story." And he goes, fine, whatever. Agrees to it. He shows up at some restaurant where a bunch of like uppity rich people he knows kind of are.
Yeah.
He goes to a table of people he knows and makes a bunch of jokes, pushes a guy on another guy's lap, then pulls a woman onto his lap.
Yep.
And at first, I thought the woman was a younger Lucy Lawless.
Oh.
Like, she kind of looked like her a little bit, and I was like,
warrior princess.
I was like, oh, Xena. Interesting. Turns out, I was wrong, but I knew I recognized her from somewhere. And this led me down a very interesting rabbit hole.
Ooh, I love a rabbit hole.
So the woman, whose name is Christina Catherine...
Porn star Christy Mack.
Pre-face punching. So, the woman in question...
Yeah.
Portrayed the non-Caroline Ray Aunt Zelda in Sabrina the Teenage Witch.
Oh, okay.
So I was like, because I was looking up, where do I know her from?
Yeah.
Because she's recognizable to me, but that's the early 90s.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't have seen her until like the mid to late 90s.
Right.
So I was like, I know her from somewhere.
Good call.
So
I didn't place her.
I went to her letterbox and clicked on it. Okay. And it gave me, because it only does movies, right? It doesn't do TV.
Yeah.
Or not most TV. It does like newer TV that are series.
Yeah.
Not like, oh, here's every season of The Big Bang Theory.
Uh-huh.
So I clicked on it, and when you click on it, Letterboxd has pornographic titles listed on there as well.
I love where this is going.
So the posters, however, are blurred out.
Right.
So you don't actually see the poster, but it gives you the title.
Uh-huh.
So I looked it up, and sure enough,
Aunt Zelda got fucked on camera.
Aunt Zelda. I'm gonna give you her legal government name. And
I'm so excited.
Beth Broderick.
Of course. Any relation to Matthew?
No relation to Matthew. Was, I'm going to find the year, and it was not that much, it was not that long before Bonfire of the Vanities. Maybe IMDb doesn't have it listed because it's porno. Oh, it does! 1985's
Okay.
Bordello, House of the Rising Sun.
Now, it sounds like a classy title, so I'm guessing softcore?
No.
No?
No.
Really?
It is an X-rated pornographic film. So I looked it up because I was like, if you think I just discovered that Aunt Zelda was in a fuck film and I'm not gonna watch Aunt Zelda get fucked,
Sure.
you're crazy.
Right, obviously.
So I looked it up. I found the entire movie online.
Awesome.
I skimmed through it.
Mm-hmm.
I got some bad news, Scott.
Yeah.
She plays the Bordello queen, the madam. She plays the madam, who is literally the only person that doesn't get fucked in the movie. However, she wears like a silk dress,
okay,
with no bra.
Okay.
So you can kind of see her tits.
All right.
But yeah, she sadly she does not.
But she does not get fucked on camera.
She does not get fucked on camera.
Sad.
It's very, very sad. However, she's pretty hot in it. She looks pretty good.
She looks pretty good when she's old.
Yeah, she's not bad. Not bad at all.
I like her better than Caroline Ray.
Good. She looks very good in this.
Yeah.
And she looks very good in that movie, in the porno. Yeah, so that led me down a very interesting...
I love it.
Oh, she was a big Howard Dean supporter.
Yeah!
Yeah! Good for her.
How'd that go?
Great. He's the president. He's actually President Donald Trump.
He was the front runner at a point,
He was
right?
the front runner. Everyone thought this is the new hotness. And then he made a silly
noise, and that was all it took. And then a mere decade later, you could get caught fucking a porn star and paying her hush money.
Yep.
And then not only get to keep running, but win.
Yep. You could also talk about grabbing somebody by the pussy.
Right by the pussy.
Right by the pussy.
Which is, I don't know. I guess it depends on your definition. Because, like, unless it's real meaty, a pussy isn't something to be grabbed by.
No.
Right?
But I feel like he was saying it like a bowling ball. That you're grabbing it like a bowling ball.
And then you throw her.
Yeah.
Down the lane.
Down the lane. Or down a flight of stairs.
Because, like, depending on your definition, a pussy could even be considered negative space.
Sure.
It could just be the inside.
Yeah.
And you can't grab an absence
I've seen
of matter.
I've seen and been around some meaty ones.
Sure.
So if you're getting a handful of labia,
I was going to say, you can grab them right by the labia majora and minora. I would never argue that. But to grab by the pussy, I've always found to be a weird terminology.
Well, listen to who it came from. A retarded man.
Noted smart guy.
Noted still the president.
Noted Donald smartest Trump. And still the president.
Yep. One interesting thing I learned about this is that Morgan Freeman hates this movie.
Oh.
Thinks it's shit.
Oh.
Has never seen it. And when they were filming it, was vocal about how much it was going to be a bomb.
Was it a bomb?
I didn't actually look.
I'll look it up. But I'm wondering, what was he mad about?
I don't know. Just thought it was dumb and bad.
Doesn't he like De Palma?
I don't know. Maybe not everybody does.
I guess.
Okay, where were we? So, when when he gets to the restaurant and he pulls her onto his lap, and then he makes a joke about he was hoping that later tonight she could sit on his face. Yep. And then she shoves him to the ground and says, "The last time I sat on your face, I ended up with a yeast infection."
Funny.
Implying he's a fucking alcoholic.
Yeah.
And that's pretty good.
Very funny. Bonfire with the Vanities.
Yeah.
Had a budget of $47 million.
That's a lot.
In 1990.
That's a lot.
That's a pretty pricey movie. I guess a lot of that is paying actors, because it's not like...
yeah.
There weren't a bunch of stunts or anything. Although they
did some.
They shot up a nice apartment, I guess.
Did. But like Tom Hanks was in his prime, Bruce Willis was in his prime.
Hanks, Willie,
even Melanie Griffith is kind of in her prime. So like I'm sure that they all took in like pretty big paychecks.
Yeah. $47 million budget.
Yeah.
Opening weekend of $4.2 million. Domestic gross of $15.6 million. Huge bomb.
Sounds about right.
Sad.
Morgan New.
I'm gonna blame the title.
It's dumb.
Yeah, I know that's the name of the book.
Yeah.
But you don't have to call the movie that.
No.
It's never referenced.
Nope.
So
it's not important at all. Nobody says it.
Nope.
There wasn't a moment where I went, oh, they said it.
I was gonna say we never got to have the they said the title of the movie. So yeah, I would have gone a different way.
This
Brian
is the greatest story ever told. They said it.
Did they say any of that?
No.
I don't think they say any of that.
Also, I kind of did it in a John Wayne voice.
John Wayne is Charlton Heston.
John Wayne is Charlton Heston as Jesus Christ.
Brave role.
It is a brave role. Two cool gun guys just hanging out together.
Yeah.
Hating natives.
But sometimes playing them.
Or Genghis Khan.
Or Genghis fucking Khan.
John Wayne as Genghis Khan is maybe the greatest casting.
Who has more range than John Wayne? Nobody. Maybe Mickey Rooney.
Mickey Rooney. Yeah. Mickey Rooney, John Wayne, and Emma Stone. The three greatest castings in the history of Hollywood.
Classic.
A little Jewish white man as a Chinese man.
Yep.
A giant Southerner as Genghis Khan. And a California rich girl
as a
Hawaiian half Japanese.
That's right. God damn you half Japanese girls.
She was only doing one eye.
Yeah.
As long as she only does one, it's okay.
No one can get mad.
Yeah.
And also, if no one sees the fucking movie, no one can get mad.
That's true. I haven't seen it.
Nope.
Have you seen it?
No, I'm trying to remember what it's called.
Aloha.
Of course it's called Aloha. It's in Hawaii.
Her, Bradley Cooper, and a third person.
Yeah. I'm gonna
say Anne Hathaway.
I'm gonna say Anne Frank, and we'll see who looks stupid.
Did you take a shit in the Anne Frank house? Do not go in there. Ace Ventura.
It's other Anne Hathaway.
Michelle Monaghan.
No.
Kristen
Wiig.
Stewart.
Rachel McAdams.
Yeah.
I'd say you
nailed it.
They get each other's roles. Yeah.
I feel like Rachel McAdams and Emma Stone would be competing for the same roles too.
True.
But obviously Rachel couldn't do half Japanese, so.
No, I forgot that they really go for it. Emma Stone is blonde.
Yes.
In the movie.
Yes.
Playing
does she
Hawaiian half Japanese. Oh, what is her name? Is it Humu Humu Nuku Nuku?
Heather Konnichiwa.
Allison Ing.
You couldn't even call her like Allison Kawasaki. Like, give her a full-blown Japanese last name.
I mean, they gave her either Chinese or Vietnamese
Nakanishi.
Dirty Knees last name. Yeah, Ing isn't Japanese.
No, it's Southeast Asian.
Yeah. All right.
I'm going to say Thai. I'm going to say Taiwanese. She's half Taiwanese.
I don't.
Which is a country.
To recognize Taiwanese as a nationality.
Oh,
so
you're one of those.
Look, man,
you're a Chinese.
We're all going to be doing trans-Pacific accents in like 10 years, so just get used to it.
Should we just start doing it now?
Oh,
Scott, you want me to park your car?
Drew, I would love for you to park my car.
All right, back to where we were. So I lost my train of thought. Okay, yeah. So, turns out that the police are somehow competent at their job.
Yeah.
Because they're like,
and sort of the deal is that the district attorney for the Bronx wants to make an example out of whoever out of whatever
rich white person,
rich white motherfucker did this
something,
because his constituency is mostly minorities, which if you think about it, then they're not minorities anymore.
That is true.
And white people are minorities, and we should get special treatment.
I agree.
Thank you.
I want to go to college for free.
That'd be nice.
I would like to go to Kwantlen Polytechnic University,
KPU,
on a free scholarship from the government because I'm a minority.
Because otherwise it costs literally dozens of dollars to go to Kwantlen.
Even though my high school grades don't justify it, I would still like to go for free.
Even though I shouldn't have graduated high school.
Even though I shouldn't be alive because somebody should have finished the job.
Wow! You know what? But again, you're not wrong.
Thanks, Charlemagne. You coward. George Vancouver.
A good man.
Or my boy Chris Columbus.
Or of course,
director, not explorer.
Director Chris Columbus.
I wish Chris Columbus had completed the genocide.
I wish director Chris Columbus had directed 1492.
That would have been wild. Directed by Christopher Columbus.
It'd be so confusing. The DA of the Bronx, played by an uncredited
F. Murray Abram. You know why? In his contract, he stipulated that he either gets top billing or don't credit him.
Is that real?
Legit.
That's awesome.
And that's why he's not credited.
Fuck yes, Salieri.
You're not going above Tom Hanks and Bruce Willis.
That rocks. So that's why he's billed above Amadeus in the movie Amadeus.
Correct.
That is sick. I love F. Murray.
Me too.
You have a good agent, sir.
I like that that's your go-to is the one that everybody would assume it. My go-to F. Murray Abraham, 13 Ghosts.
Of course, 13 Ghosts. That is so interesting. And the thing is, it's not like he was the star of a lot of movies.
Not really. I think he had a big stage presence, and that probably gave him quite a big head.
Yeah. That's fun.
That's very fun.
I like that a lot.
I like people that pull that kind of shit.
I love people that pull that kind of shit.
Listen, I'll be in your fucking movie, but the title had better say F. Murray Abraham in the Bonfire of the Vanities, and then at the bottom, Tom Hanks, Bruce Willis, Molly Griffith.
F. Murray Abraham is Amadeus, except he's not. He's Salieri, and Tom someone who never did anything else
Sizemore
is Amadeus, and it's not Tom Sizemore.
Tom Hardy.
It was Tom Hardy.
Nice.
A very young Tom Hardy.
Well,
F. Murray... Yeah, he's like, we gotta show that if you run over a boy in the Bronx, no matter if you're rich and white or poor and not white, you're gonna get it. And so all his aides are just standing there, listening to him rant.
Yeah,
and then he says, "We're gonna prove to these black motherfuckers," and then he turns to his black aide and says, "Oh, pardon my language, Howard." And then he's like his cool boss.
It's okay, boss.
And then he says, and then he doubles down. He'd already said the part of the sentence he needed to, and got the okay from Howard. Yeah. And then he goes back and says, "We're gonna prove to these beep." I'm like, you didn't just say it.
A total hard R, too.
The hardest of R's. But you know what?
F fucking Abraham.
Yeah, that was amazing. And there's some little aside scene somewhere in the middle where Tom and Kim go to visit Tom's parents. And I found the scene like very funny. Like because his dad sounds like ostensibly did the same job. Kind of, yeah. I think he owned a publicly traded company or something. Yeah, but his dad was like involved in the yeah. And his dad was like, "Oh, when I was on Wall Street, everything was chill and honest and on the up and up. Now it's just about the money. I would never do it now. I'm good. You're bad." Yeah. I also just like and Tom's like, "Fuck you, Dad." Yeah. When like the daughter, is it a girl? It's a girl. It's a girl named Campbell, which is why you're questioning the gender as you should. Yeah. Guys, always question gender. Yeah. And if you're not sure, ask the #1 author of all time, Bruce Willis, or if he's not available, J.K. Rowling. J.K. Rowling. She'll tell you. When like they're trying to explain to the kid like what bonds are. Yeah. And Kim is like,
totally fucking.
Oh, she's such a
just
bitch.
Shitting
She's
all
such a
over
bitch.
him.
She's like,
Just
Bond. Think of a Bond as a slice of cake, and someone gives you the slice of cake to go give to someone else. But when you're giving the cake to someone else that someone else made, you didn't actually do anything. Some crumbs fall off the cake, and you get to keep the crumbs. Yep. But then think of lots of slices of cake and all the crumbs you get. You didn't do anything. You're a piece of shit.
You're a middleman.
But you get all those crumbs.
Yep.
I'm like, I want to do Bonds.
I want to do Bonds.
Yeah.
I want to get wasted. Yeah. So, after that, yeah. So the Tom starts getting like obviously a guilty conscience about it because he realizes that now,
Like that Eminem song.
Yeah. Where he comes home and realizes that his wife is fucking another man, and then he's gonna shoot them both in the face.
Is she fucking another man?
Yeah, one of those guys. No, I'm saying in the song.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
So
I thought you were questioning Kim Cattrall's fidelity.
Oh no, she's
How dare you?
Actually kind of gorgeous in this movie.
She really is.
A little bit.
She looks really good.
She could be the hottest woman in the WNBA.
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, Tom starts getting guilty conscious about it. He goes to Melanie Griffith's apartment that she's illegally subletting.
Yeah.
And says like, maybe we should go to the police and we should tell them. And she's like, listen, I have to go to the airport in 20 minutes. So that's enough time for us to fuck. Let's stop talking about this.
No more talking about the potential murder.
And he's like, no, we have to go to the police. And then she goes like, hey, come on. Like, so they argue for a bit. She goes, I have 10 minutes. I have to get my town car.
Yeah.
And then she goes, let's just have a quickie. And Tom's like, no, I can't do it. And she goes, I believe her exact words were, hold on. I wrote it down. Do you have it written down?
I don't have that one actually.
Her line was, you know, I'm a sucker for a soft dick.
Yes. Yes.
Sucker for a soft dick.
Who isn't?
I mean, if it's Tom Hanks' soft dick, I'm in.
Sure.
You tell me you're not going to look at Woody's limp wiener? Which, yeah.
Forrest Gump's giant retarded soft dick.
Just a fucking hammer. A baby's arm holding an apple. But, again, like, just, who talks like that?
No, nothing she says is anything a human would ever say.
It's stupid.
It's great. But Tom Hanks' dick, good enough for Rita Wilson, good enough for me.
Fair.
Yeah. She's
also in it, too. She has a very brief cameo at the very beginning. She's driving the cart that drunk Bruce Willis gets on.
Yes.
Yeah. So after this, now we get back to like the Bruce Willis part of the story. So he shows up at the black church to talk to the pastor, and the pastor is only going to talk to 2 news reporters.
Yes.
One being Bruce Willis, the other one. Did you recognize who it was?
The other news reporter.
An actual reporter playing a fictionalized version of himself.
Oh, Geraldo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Geraldo Rivera.
I was thinking someone smaller. Yeah.
Geraldo Rivera. Yeah. Noted cool guy who doesn't flip-flop based on which one company's going to give him more money.
No, he doesn't. No, and he doesn't.
I'm a liberal. Now I'm a Republican.
He doesn't look,
now I'm a centrist.
No, he doesn't look at the current American zeitgeist and see on which side of the political aisle there are more stupid people and then cater to that.
And who will pay him more money.
Do you
remember when
he's nothing if not consistent.
Remember when he broke that story about the mental hospital in New York, and you're like, man, this guy's like a really good journalist.
He was a journalist.
And now you watch now and you're like, oh, this guy's a corporate shell for fucking big tobacco and gun control lobbyists and
or gun control.
Not gun control lobbyists. Yeah. But like, what a fucking coward.
Oh no, absolute coward. He remember when he opened Al Capone's vault?
Yeah,
and there was nothing.
Remember when they opened Hitler's dashboard?
Remember when they hacked Hitler's iCloud? And you got to see Eva Braun's pussy.
He had a bunch of unclosed tabs on trans porn, like every Republican.
If
you look at the map of like top porn searches 2020 to 2022,
Washington DC,
and you look at all the Republican states, the number one search thing is trans porn.
Yeah.
There was even a thing of Alex Jones where he showed his phone on camera. Yes,
I remember
and he
that.
had an unclosed tab of like of a trans porn star.
Yep.
Like very funny.
Very funny.
It's so weird that they're like so afraid of it, but it's because they're so into it. And they can't let anyone know that the thing they're supposed to hate is the one thing that gives them erections.
Yeah.
Like, wild.
It's great.
It's so fun. Anyways, so now Bruce Willis like fully invested in sort of finding the information about what happened and who did this. The police eventually track down that it's Tom Hanks. Because he does such a bad job of covering for it because he's kind of like a big dummy.
Yeah.
So they track him down. They figure out it's him. They go to arrest him. They take him to court. And then Assistant DA
Saul Rubinek
wants to, he's trying to play up to the ethnic crowd in the courtroom to, start building up, making an example of this guy, because that's what his boss, F. Murray Abraham, is telling him to do. And black boss motherfucker Morgan Freeman is like, shut the fuck up. He literally tells him to shut the fuck up.
These court crowds, especially at the end, where there are literally gospel singers.
It's like the Apollo.
Yeah. You can't do that in court. The judge will immediately kick all of you out.
Unless you're Morgan Freeman.
And find you in contempt. It's funny, because Morgan Freeman is like a take no shit judge, except he takes the most shit.
He takes so much shit. He's all talk and no action.
Yeah.
If you don't be quiet, I'm going to kick everyone out of this court.
I swear to God, I'll do something.
You guys better be quiet.
Hey, stop singing.
I've already warned you.
Literally had to tell them to stop singing.
Yeah. Like, very ridiculous.
Yeah.
So yeah, now he gets let out on a $10,000 bond.
Yeah.
Which is, it's very funny that Morgan Freeman is the black judge and he's helping the white guy.
But he's like, that's what it's supposed to be. It's a first offense. He's not guilty. He's innocent.
He apologized.
Guilty. He apologized too much and made himself seem very guilty, but that's beside the point.
Whatever.
That's not legally binding. His plea was not guilty. And, that's what the bail is supposed to be, but it just happens he's a very rich white guy, and Saul said it should be $250,000, and
the crowd went
and then we Arsenio'd it up, and Morgan Freeman told him to go fuck himself, and I think it was at this point, because F. Murray's like pissed about this turn of events, he says, yesterday I was a respected Jewish liberal, now I'm a Jaime racist pig. I'm like, oh, F. Murray, you had it in you all along. It was inside you the whole time.
This is the point where he says that he's going to be the first black.
He really, and that was, I think that's before people started saying that about Bill Clinton.
Possibly.
Because there was always the joke about Bill Clinton being the first black president. But this is 1990, and we're 2 years away from the presidential race.
He plays a saxophone and he likes to eat ass.
Yeah, and he loves chasing fat white girls.
Yep. He loves fried chicken, waffles.
I mean,
watermelon.
Everyone loves fried chicken.
Lean.
It's delicious. Sipping on lean. Billy C. sipping on lean. Yeah, open that Twix right by the mic. And you know what? I apologize. It was muted. But I think F. Murray beat him to the guy who's very much not black, saying he's the first black politician of something. So good for him. I wonder how much Bill took from this flop of a De Palma movie.
A lot, probably.
So then the police sort of start actually, or had they already? They actually tracked down his license plate and blah blah blah. Yeah. And
they'd already arrested him and everything.
Yeah, and Tom Hanks gets his lawyer, full head of hair, Kevin Dunn.
Yeah, the good Kevin Dunn. So he goes to him to help him because he still feels guilty. Yeah, and he doesn't want to. He doesn't want to. He doesn't want to go to jail, but he also doesn't want to drag this on forever. He's trying to make it go away. So before this, no, I guess it was after this. So he's talking to Kevin Dunn about like the product, like the process of whatever. And he goes, listen, I don't know if you wrote down the things that Kevin Dunn said in the room.
I don't have Kevin Dunn quotes now.
He made a bunch of references about like, this DA is trying to make an example of you because all they see all time is they're arresting people whose names
the names were fun.
Something Rodriguez, Ching Chong. And then he said,
you did the black Muslim one?
Shaban Kazan Tamale. Which I thought was very funny.
That was the one. I like that one. I guess it would have been one of the several court scenes I read. I don't know if you're allowed to have a crowd screaming murderer at a court arraignment. Oh yeah, it was at the arraignment. It was the very first court scene. And just the whole crowd is screaming murder at Tom Hanks.
Even though he's not dead.
Yeah, even though he's not dead.
That's pretty
presumptuous. And yeah, I think also somewhere around that point, I wrote, what the fuck? Tom Hanks wasn't even driving, and the fucker deserved it.
Yep.
How come no one's talking about that? They were hassling him.
It's bias.
It is bias.
It's black bias. Well, we do get a reveal that the information gets leaked. So his apartment is bugged.
No, the illegally subletted apartment was bugged because they were trying to prove that it's being illegally subletted.
Yes. So they get somebody sends the tape recording to Kevin Dunn, where Melanie Griffith admits that she was the one driving, and she was the one that drove off.
Yeah.
So, and that was after Tom had gone to confront her about talking to the police.
Yeah.
So then she flees the country.
Immediately.
To go to Italy with her new painter boyfriend guy. Yeah. So then after that, Tom goes back home. He's all like disheveled and he's all fucked up from court and the lawyer and everything.
And people are protesting outside his house.
People are protesting out his house.
Leading to the line, there are black people with basketballs protesting outside, which was a very good line.
So he goes home and his wife is throwing a party.
Yeah, a dinner party.
He had forgotten they were doing.
Yeah, which I guess understandable.
Yeah.
Given the other things going on in his life, I might have forgotten the dinner party also.
Yeah. I think also, even if you love your wife and child, when you're cheating on your wife, you're probably forgetting a lot of things.
Sure. And going to court for potential vehicular homicide.
Yeah. Oh, there was one thing a note I missed from earlier. So right before he gets arrested, they go to like an opera.
I hope this is the same thing I wanted to go back to.
And
is it where he meets a poet?
Maybe.
Okay.
So his wife Kim Cattrall and Melanie Griffith, his mistress, are like unintentionally introduced to one another.
Classic sitcom episode.
So he has to panic and get her out of there.
Yeah.
And she's like a socialite, his wife. And so she's like, why would you drag me away from that? Now we just look like a couple who's standing away from everyone, arguing with one another. And he goes, "Oh,
we have to mingle
because I want you to meet this guy."
This guy that had already been introduced to Hanks.
Yeah, it's like, why would I meet him? Well, I mean, he's a poet. He's on the short list for the Nobel Prize. He has AIDS. You'll love him.
He's new in town. Yeah, it was great. Yeah, the old woman who introduced the poet to Tom Hanks. Like, big selling point besides the Nobel Prize shortlist was having AIDS. It was very, very en vogue to have AIDS in 1990. In fact, so much so that Tom Hanks went on to make a movie about it very shortly after.
It gave him the willpower to chase the bug.
Yes.
This is the same universe.
I don't think we'd have Philadelphia without Bonfire of the Vanities.
You know who Tom Hanks' gay lover is in that movie?
Denzel Washington.
No.
I probably need to rewatch that movie. I think I misunderstood it.
Noted, previously mentioned hunk, Antonio Banderas.
Ah.
There's a universe where Antonio Banderas fucked Tom Hanks in the ass. And I want to see it.
That's the universe I want to live in. That's fantastic. Yeah, I'm glad we went back to that because I'm like, we can't get through the podcast without saying he's on the short list for the Nobel Prize he has AIDS.
You'll love him.
And then, yeah, so he's at the dinner party after posting bail, and he's having a bit of a freak out. He's having a bad day.
A little bit.
A Daniel Powder-esque bad day.
Mm-hmm.
And Richard Belzer playing a version of Richard Belzer, which is the only thing he does. Is he wearing dark glasses? You bet he is.
Does he still have a giant gash in the back of his head? You betcha. Only a few years earlier.
Only a few years earlier, choked out by one Terry Hulk Balea, smashing his head on the ground.
Yep. At the playing devil's advocate of Mr. T.
Yep.
Where Mr. T was like, no, keep going, more. More. He
was an enabler.
Yeah. Yeah, it's actually Mr. T's fault.
I think we can agree that Mr. T was the bad guy in the incident of Terry Hulk Balea choking out Richard Belzer and causing him to gash the back of his head when he fell.
Yep.
I agree.
How much did he get in that settlement? A lot, right?
What's Mr. T's real name?
Mr. Terrence. I bet you it's Terrence.
That's his last name. Lawrence Tureaud. Tureaud.
Okay.
So I guess it's French, and it's Lawrence with a U too. I think Mr. T is French.
You don't know.
Maybe he's from Haiti. That's French, but also black.
Could be just from NOLA. Could be a NOLA boy.
Oh, it could be Creole.
Yeah. He could be NOLA gay.
It could be I'm on a roller gay.
Yep. So how much money did Belzer get in that settlement? It was a decent amount, right?
Richard
they settled
Belzer,
pretty quickly out of court.
Hulk Hogan settlements. Doesn't list money because it was. Oh, maybe it does.
You coward.
He sued for $5 million and settled out of court, and whatever they settled for, he bought a country estate in Nice with it. So
probably more than $5 million.
Probably at least in the ballpark.
Yeah. Good for him.
Way to go, Bells.
You know what? I'd get choked out on national TV and possibly have a minor
100%.
brain damage.
I'd get raped on national TV by current Terry Hulk Balea for whatever money Belzer got to buy a country estate in Nice.
I hope you're fine with Raw Dogging because he ain't getting that condom open.
No, too true. It's fine motor skills.
It's all the baby oil.
It is all the oil.
And also, I bet you Ed Leslie never made him wear one. So.
You don't need to wear one when you're in love.
Yeah, true. That is very true.
That's a thing, right?
That is an accurate statement. If you're in love, you don't need a condom. Take it from us, kids. If you say you love each other, then you can have unprotected gay sex.
There's so much good advice on this podcast. I think that's the most underrated part of the podcast.
Maybe instead of the news, that this should just be an advice column podcast.
I like that.
We can be Ann Landers and her sister, Dear Abby.
Harrison Ford's a quarter Jewish.
Not too shabby.
Not too shabby. So having a bad time at the dinner party. Richard Belzer is like a producer offering to like buy the rights to the story and whatnot.
I like how fast this is all happening.
Yeah, it's frantic.
Like, he just got out on bond.
He posted bail half an hour ago.
Then he went to his lawyer. His lawyer immediately told him that we have evidence that proves you weren't driving.
Yeah.
He goes home and they're like, this is going to be
we have unusable evidence.
Yeah, unusable. We have the number. This is going to be the number one story in the history of humanity. So we need to buy it up and make a TV movie out of it before there's even any resolution.
There's an end to the story. Yeah. Yeah, I feel like Bells is really jumping the gun. Probably that brain trauma he's still got. And then Kurt Fuller, who lives in the building and is like the head of like the strata,
whatever the equivalent of a strata is. Yeah,
and he's bugging him, and I think Tom's also been fired from his job. A guy comes to the dinner party to tell him not to come to work anymore.
Yeah, because you lost $600 million,
and also your current situation is not great.
Yeah, and you also were mean to Bernard.
Yeah, and then Kurt Fuller's saying, "Hey, Kurt Fuller's the one who said there's black people with basketballs outside, and it's not good for the building. So maybe you should also find somewhere to live." And then Kim Cattrall says she's leaving him. Yeah, and just a whole bunch of stuff.
Everything bad happens at once.
Yeah, so he goes and gets his shotgun.
Well, why wouldn't you?
Points it at
Go
Kurt
outside,
Fuller.
shoot up some basketballs.
Points it at Kurt Fuller, tells him to fuck off. Yep. He eventually does, and then just starts like shooting up the condo.
Yep, it's going to town.
Everyone leaves, and he's pissed off. He's as we said, had a bad day. And then is that when he and Bruce Willis get together? It's a good.
Yeah, because they had an interaction earlier when leaving the courthouse.
Yeah, on like the court steps.
Yeah, but this is like the actual getting together.
Yeah, and he tells Bruce about the recording. Yeah, because this is where Bruce finds out that Tom Hanks is actually innocent. The guilty one, and I feel bad for being I'm behind the initial story. Yeah, and it's pointing to the wrong person being guilty. And is it Bruce Willis that tells him under different circumstances he tells him under different circumstances the recording would be admissible. It would be admissible if you had recorded it, and not whoever it was at the building, landlord or whatever who had done it, because that's not admissible. So then he's like, and then Tom goes so Tom wears a wire and goes to confront Melanie Griffith at her old, now dead, Gold Dug husband. Who dies in the
stupidest way possible.
In front of
Bruce Willis.
After
telling a not funny joke and just like laughing 3 times and then dying.
Yeah. It was weird. And so Hanks is trying to get something out of Melanie Griffith, and Melanie Griffith at her own husband's funeral only wants to fuck.
Yeah.
She has no interest in talking about the...
Why not? What is she supposed to grieve?
I mean, she's a sucker for a soft chick.
She also probably just made like $1 billion.
Yeah. Yeah, because her husband, her husband's like 2 generations older than her, and he's like, they're like Tennessee new money.
Yeah.
It sounded like. Yeah.
Trash.
Yeah. Not that good old Northeast money. That's where it's at.
The Jewish
I want Yale money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want synagogue money.
The best kind of money. So he tries to get anything out of her for the wire, but then while she's feeling him up and trying to start fucking at her dead husband's funeral, she like notices the wire, and then she gets all pissed off, and she's like, and then she completely turns against him as a result. And then from there, we pretty much just go to the trial.
Yep.
Yeah. So she's on the stand, and she's just she's really Alex Jonesing it up there, just like perjury after perjury.
Yep. Topical. Good job.
Hey, I got you. Really not worried about it. Said he was driving. Said she told him to stop. Said just and anything she could to make him look guilty and her innocent. But Hanks had the information that if that other recording, that actual incriminating recording had been recorded by him, it would be admissible. And Hanks, right before the last scene before the trial, is his dad shows up, and Tom rightfully says when he comes in, basically, "Fuck you, Dad."
Yeah.
And but then they actually make up and have a weird like off tone for the rest of the movie.
Yeah.
Like heartfelt, like, "Hey, at the end of the day, I love you, son."
Yeah, you're my son, and I love you.
Yeah. And Tom says, Tom's like, "What? I think I can maybe get out of this if I lie. And Dad's like, maybe you didn't hear me earlier when I was being a shithead when you guys came to visit. Then I'm honorable and noble, and the truth is the most important thing. But at the end of the day,
but maybe if you don't want to go to jail,
if the truth won't set you free, maybe lie on this bitch. So she's given her whole bullshit testimony, which I think is to sort of forgive what Hanks is about to do, because he does kind of come off the hero at the end.
Yeah.
Even though he straight up also perjures himself.
Yep.
Although it is the cool thing to do these days.
It's a cool thing to do.
So she tells her whole thing, and everyone's like, he's gonna get the fucking chair.
Yeah. He's dead.
And then cut to Tom, who is doing straight up the David S. Pumpkin smile.
Yep.
Just this crazy smile. And I don't think this is how you're supposed to do it. I don't know if Brian De Palma has seen a lot of trials or procedurals, but instead of like Tom Hanks's lawyer calling him up to the stand and presenting evidence, what they do is Tom just at the defense table just presses play
Oops.
on the recorder.
Oopsie.
And I guess he's got like a JBL portable speaker because it
And a sound bar.
yeah, it plays very well. And and it's the recording from the apartment that's in theory inadmissible, but everyone hears it, and Morgan Freeman's like, hey, I under the guise of me not taking any shit, even though you've done yet another crazy thing you're not supposed to do in court, and these fucking gospel bitches won't shut up either. But hey, you obtained this legally, right? You recorded this, and Tom's like, yep. Fuck that bitch.
Of course I did.
And as per Robert's Rules of Order, Morgan Freeman just goes, okay, you're innocent, trust over. Like, I'm not sure that's exactly how all of that works. Like,
It's close.
If it had been done procedurally correct, it would have been the same outcome. They just really condensed it.
Yeah.
And,
They didn't want 12 angry men this after like an hour and 30 minutes.
Exactly. And yeah,
Go deliberate.
yeah, and Freeman's trying to dress down these rowdy motherfuckers to zero success, and I'm like, oh shit, we got a Dude's Rock ending on our hands over here.
Yeah.
I was very excited. Then basically, Bruce Willis narrating basically says Tom Hanks is a hero. But again, hero strong, but at the end of the day, he wasn't driving the car.
Yeah.
And the guy deserved to be run over with a car.
Correct.
So, who got hurt besides the guy who should have? Nobody.
True.
I don't even think Melanie Griffith should get in trouble.
No.
Apparently
She should be able to use the I was a woman driving defense.
I was a woman driving, and also perjury is fine.
Yeah.
Nobody. I don't think anyone gets in trouble for perjury anymore.
Who's to say?
Yeah, I think lying on the stand is mostly chill.
Yeah. I'll be honest. I would do it.
I mean, if it would help me, I would certainly do it.
Yeah.
If it would help, it would A, help me, B, hurt someone else, C, neutral. I would do it for any of those reasons.
Oh, you would like for me to put my hand on this Bible and tell you that I won't lie? Okay.
Oh, that was one thing I liked about the Alex Jones, because in theory, he's a Christian.
Yeah.
And I love, because it occurred to me, perjury must be harder for Christians.
Yep.
Because like they swore on a Bible.
But I like
But also he's a grifter.
But I like that you think that any high rank, like rich and like completely far right, but only because it benefits him and makes him money, whether or not he has all those beliefs that he actually says, whatever,
Exactly.
that doesn't matter.
No.
Like, none of them are actually Christian.
No.
It's just, that's what their demographic is,
That's
so
their
they
base.
have to say it, right?
Exactly, yeah.
So yeah, like, I don't think you could put both hands on double Bibles.
Double Bs?
It wouldn't matter.
Holy shit. No, I agree though. That's completely true.
But yeah, if I
But just
ever,
not an Alex Jones, but that's what made me think of it. But just like a regular Christian dude who like
Yes.
like a real legit
actual
Christian
religious person
who can only save himself by lying on the stand. Like, do you do it?
I would imagine they don't,
Yeah. That's why everyone in jail is Christian.
or converts to Islam.
Well, they start Christian.
Yeah.
Everyone who goes to jail is Christian. Everyone who leaves jail is Muslim.
Yeah.
And so they say, Tom Hanks is a hero. He disappeared. No one. He went off and lived a new life, and good for
Became
him.
the guy from Philadelphia.
Became the guy from Philadelphia. Fucked Antonio Banderas.
Got AIDS.
Bruce Willis, the author, is the most famous man in the world. And what was the moral?
Well, the moral was there's only 2 genders.
Oh, J.K.
Yeah, that's the moral.
Yeah, and I don't mean just kidding. I mean J.K. Rowling. There are only 2 genders. And yeah, because like it was very unclear, like what they're trying to say at the end, because they quote the what good is a man if he gains everything but loses his soul line, and it was like the opposite. They made it sound like it was the opposite for Hanks, like he lost everything and gained his soul. I guess, I don't know. He had to lie in court to do it.
Yeah,
and then Bruce, who was down and out in his job, and then got this story and became more famous than any A-list movie star somehow. The implication is that he gained everything and lost his soul, but he was a piece of shit drunk before he was famous. So like, I don't really get at the end of the day what they're saying.
the moral of the story is be rich and white, and if you hit somebody with your car, just lie about it.
Yeah, the moral of the story is fuck bitches, get money.
Yeah, kind of.
And that's why we're watching another Brian De Palma movie next week.
Yes, we are.
The best Brian De Palma movie?
I mean, it's one
craziest-
1A or 1B. Like,
the craziest
it's,
Brian De Palma movie.
It fucking rules.
Yeah.
I've only seen it once, and I'm pretty sure it's the best movie I've ever seen.
I haven't seen it. I can't fucking wait to see it. I am so hyped for this. It is Blowout. 2 words. 1981.
Blow out. Dum, da, dum, blow out. Dun, dun, blow out. Dun, da, dum, blow out. No, we're not doing Ludacris. So it stars noted heterosexual actor John Travolta.
Straight, non-retarded man John Travolta.
It's great. Like what you need to do when you're watching it is you do actually
Drugs?
No. You need to
Can I?
You need to fully pay attention because
I always pay attention.
I don't believe you. The sound design of this movie is maybe the greatest sound design.
Okay.
Like sound effects, Foley, music, cues, everything. It's like the most perfect thing that's ever been made.
Awesome.
Yeah, because I mean, he's a sound engineer.
That's right.
So in the movie, like not only that plays a
that.
huge part of it.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's amazing. It is legitimately maybe one of the best movies I've ever seen.
I'm real hyped for this, and show introer Nick Mullen agrees with you.
There you go.
So I don't know
And
how
he can't be wrong about it. So
I've never heard him.
he's
be
not wrong.
before.
I'm not wrong.
Nope.
They're carbon.
The
I'm
odds
carbon.
of both of you being wrong are astronomical.
I know.
So I'm willing to throw my weight behind this. Not unlike Antonio Banderas threw his weight behind. I've lost my train of thought.
Good. So yeah,
Tom Hanks.
1981.
Yep.
Noted heterosexual man John Travolta.
Yep. Trinity Killer John Lithgow.
Trinity Killer John Lithgow.
Nancy Allen, who I recognize,
Yeah, she's
but
in a bunch of stuff.
couldn't tell you another thing she was in. Oh, RoboCop.
Yeah, she's RoboCop.
RoboCop 2.
She's-
Okay. So for those who don't know Nancy Allen, you may know her as Ann Lewis from RoboCop.
Yeah.
Ann Lewis from RoboCop 2, or Officer Ann Lewis from RoboCop 3.
Good one.
And that's it. That's no, she's in
She's
stuff.
in stuff.
But yeah,
She was big in the 80s.
Yeah,
And
that's
she was
definitely
she's
that's her
kind of a
decade.
babe too, a little bit.
80s, 90s were her decades.
Yeah, she was kind of a little babe. And
Yeah.
and then
of course network TV ass shower Dennis Franz.
Dennis Franz. Sipowicz.
Sipowicz. Maybe will he show butt in this?
I'm not gonna tell you. You got to watch to find out.
Okay.
Is there one other actor in it? Like that's somebody relatively.
John, I recognize John McMartin sort of. He's been in some stuff. He was in All the President's Men, but I don't think as a major role. He's dead. His last thing was an episode of Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt.
Sick. Go back and then load up the whole cast. I feel like there's somebody who has like a mind. Oh, that's the whole cast?
That's a lot of the cast.
Okay.
I'll go all cast and crew.
Because I was like, I feel like there's somebody who's got like a minor role in it. Maybe not.
Nobody particular.
Is that D.L. Hughley?
E.J. Doherty.
Yeah, close enough. Okay, maybe not.
Robin Sherwood, Barbara Siegel, Roger Wilson.
Okay.
Roger Wilson, the guy from Pink Floyd?
Yeah.
He's the guy from Pink Floyd and the Beach Boys. He's Roger Waters and Brian Wilson's kid. Deborah Everton, she plays a hooker in this. She was the costume designer of Star Trek First Contact.
Yep.
Oh, she is a costume designer who...
that's why she played a hooker.
And played a hooker. I guess she got to make her own hooker clothes.
Perfect.
That's fun.
Show off your assets.
J. Patrick McNamara is a name I like. What?
Maybe he's somebody who was like... he's someone.
He's Private Dubois in 1941. He's Mr. Preston in both Bill and Ted movies.
That's who he is.
That's
yeah. He's Keanu Reeves' dad.
Yeah. Great name. What a good solid white name. J. Patrick McNamara.
I think his first name's James.
Gotta be.
James Patrick McNamara. Good Irish boy.
I'll eat my hat if his first name isn't James.
I'll eat your ass if his first name's not James.
J. Patrick. Does he not have...
Well, he's fucking 100 years old.
He doesn't get a Wikipedia?
Well, get on it.
Because he...
He doesn't even have a birth date, does he?
He does not have a birth date.
I don't think he gets enough... there's not enough information about
I
him.
need to know. God. Is he one of those guys who the initial doesn't stand for anything?
Or maybe he's a Homer J. Simpson?
The J stands for J.
There you go.
There's nothing. This man is a ghost.
He's off the grid.
He has no first name.
He's leave no trace.
No birth date. Nothing.
Yeah. He's leave no trace.
I guess he's leave no trace.
A movie that I think I need to be apologized to about. Because I really liked it. Mm-hmm. And then you told me that Adam hated it.
Didn't hate it, but he
thought it was bad.
Did not rate it highly.
And then you watched it and you were like, it's pretty good.
Because I found Ben Foster so relatable.
Right.
I'm like, I cannot wait to have the level of PTSD where I have to live in the woods.
Yes. Now, after recent affairs, whose opinion on movies are you going to trust more? Me?
Without getting into details, you.
Or someone else.
I don't want to throw anyone under the bus, but right now, you're in the lead.
Okay. Then watch the new Ron Howard, and you can probably skip Predator.
Okay. And what the hell's the new Ron Howard called?
13 Dead End Drive. 13 Alive, I believe it's called.
That actually sounds right. New movie. A fairly large budget Ron Howard directed movie with stars in it that I
lives.
did
13
not...
Lives.
13
not Alive.
13 Lives that I did not hear of until 2 days ago.
Yep. Well, it's because when things don't go to theaters, you don't really. I guess I wasn't
watching enough ads on Hulu to catch this.
I don't think I actually ever saw any stuff. I knew he was making a movie.
Yeah, but
I knew it was that movie
for it.
But I never saw any promotion for it.
Yeah,
but I think that's kind of what it is now. Is that things just
did he direct Lucy and Desi?
No.
Is that just a thing?
That's directed by Amy Poehler.
What?
I think it's directed by Amy.
You're
Poehler.
out of your mind. That's the crazy. Drew, that's the craziest thing
I
I've
know
ever
she
heard.
directed a documentary that I watched somewhat recently, and I did see Lucy and Desi.
Hold on.
That's the documentary. That's not the Javier
Okay.
Bardem, Nicole Kidman.
That's Being the Ricardos?
Yeah. No, this is a documentary about them.
Okay, this has become a much less insane claim.
Okay. I think it's directed by Amy Poehler.
I will allow this. I don't know if you're right, but you're a lot less wrong than I thought you were a minute ago.
There was a lot about it.
Directed by Amy fucking Poehler.
Well, I mean, Amy Poehler is.
Are you ever?
Lucy, right?
Do you ever not win?
Who?
You just keep catching W's.
I'll tell you.
You can't stop winning.
That documentary is really good. There was a lot of stuff I didn't know, especially about their post-divorce lives. I did not know a bunch of
They
stuff.
each got half of the kid.
Yeah, cut them right down the middle.
Solomon style.
Lengthwise or sideways. I don't know.
Vertical.
Yeah, I think that's the way to go.
I want left.
Yeah, I'll take left. It's the end. The last couple minutes are like pretty depressing, pretty sad.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because
when everyone remembered that she was never funny.
Yeah. Or it's all when Desi's like dying.
Yeah.
And it's just it's very heartbreaking. But yeah, it was pretty good. I liked it. I think it's on Prime.
Yes.
Yeah, it's on Prime.
Catch it on Prime, guys.
I believe I watched that while I had COVID,
Good for you.
along with like 12 other movies that I didn't even choose to pick.
You just let.
I just let things autoplay.
Jesus took the wheel.
Was like, Netflix, what do you think I should watch next? That's My Boy? Okay.
I forgot you watched That's My Boy because Netflix decided.
Well, I think it's because I watched Talladega Nights, then I watched We're the Millers, and then it just queued up a comedy.
How is We're the Millers? Some people like
It's good.
that, I think.
Yeah, it's funny. Yeah.
What's that? A Sudeikis?
It's a Sudeikis, a
Aniston?
Jennifer Aniston, a Emma Roberts, a Will Poulter. Is that his name?
Yep.
Then there's
He's got a weasel face.
He's got a weasel face.
Yeah.
But he's a Marvel guy now, so you got to like him.
Yeah. What was he? Black Adam?
Yeah, he's Black Adam.
I thought so.
Yeah. Up and Black Adam.
Up and Black Adam.
Who else in that movie? Oh, Ed Helm is also in it.
Egg Helms,
Helms,
which is actually an Auntie Donna's Big Ol' House of Fun reference.
Oh,
Which is a very fun Australian sketch show on Netflix.
Huh.
Check it out.
I'll look it up.
You'll enjoy it. It's a little Tim Robinson-y, a little Tim and Eric-y. It's influenced by a lot of Tims.
Okay, I like Tim's.
Yeah.
Meadows,
Yeah.
Robinson,
Burland.
Yeah. Burlake.
Yep. And, of course, our favorite, Tim Bustfield.
Tim Bustfield.
Field of Wet Dreams, starring Tim Bustfield.
Nice.
Starring.
Starring.
Strong, but what are you going to do? So,
I'm also a big Buck 2 fan.
Of course. Who could forget Buck 2? One of the finest Tims you'll ever see. We're coming up on 2 hours and 32 minutes.
That's not bad. You know what? It didn't feel forced at all. You know,
That's because we're so good.
But you know why?
Why?
Because we actually reviewed the movie this time.
Oh, we did talk about the movie.
I guess when you watch a movie that's good and you like it, you're like, oh, we should talk about this movie, not just, I don't know, Crossroads was stupid, nothing happened.
Apparently, we talked about Crossroads for maybe 15 minutes.
Yeah, that sounds
last
right.
episode.
Push down a fight, or falls down a flight of stairs, loses baby, and Cullen Bohannon from Hell on Wheels. Done. That's the whole movie.
Yep. That's the important stuff. Yeah. There, you got a bonus Crossroads re-review this episode. We spoil you guys. So,
yeah, and you know how you can return the favor? You can spoil us.
You can spoil us.
There's a lot of Criterions coming out that Drew would like to buy.
Yeah, Drew's on that Criterion tip, and you can make that happen.
I still need to drive my car. I still
have to park my car.
Park my car. Yeah, there's a lot coming out that I want, so it would be very, very nice of you all. Y'all come back now, you hear?
Yeah, here.
To hook us up.
PayPal.me/NotScottHenson and
buy me one Criterion.
Buy him one Criterion.
They're
Jesus
only
Christ,
$50
They're
Canadian.
$50 Canadian. Send 40 American and everyone's happy. All right? I don't think that's too much to ask at all. And you know what? If you send 80, I'll start buying Criterions.
Okay.
How about that?
The same ones I buy, or just any?
The
of them?
exact same. I am going to match your Criterion collection.
For every donation made to my Criterion collection, that you'll also get the exact Criterion?
Matching donations.
Matching donations?
Yeah, that's my new move. I think that's going to work.
Pretty tight.
If I'm right, this episode
right,
this episode sounded a lot better than the last two. Which is weird because I'm using one less level of making the audio good, but the last two, for whatever reason, we sounded distant, and I don't know why, but I think this one sounds correct. So let us know in the comments, or give us a shout live on the air. 521 rock, 521 roll, baby. We'll see you next time.